Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining my co host Mary and I for another Spiritual Learning Thursday. Every Thursday, we go over a different topic. After we play the video on the topic, we'll take any questions that anyone has and we'll try to answer them the best that we can. If you have any ideas on what you would like to learn about in the next upcoming videos, please leave a comment. We will be with you shortly. If you would be so kind as to take this time to give a like and share out the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Sit back, enjoy the show. Thank you so much again for coming. Hi everyone! Sorry, I should not say new. Hey Kathy, hi Scott. This I shouldn't say new, but this unpaid version of StreamYards, I almost forgot how to use it, let me tell you. I couldn't find the intro. I forgot the volume wasn't on, all that good stuff. Mary should be in any second. I just spoke with her. So we'll just say, how do you do's for a second? Kathy, sweetheart, how was your new year? I haven't seen you. How was therapy today, Scott? Was it good? Today's topic, and I can't talk today, so you'll have to forgive me. Today's topic, we're going to do Today's topic, we're talking about telepathy and mediumship, since basically that's kind of what I do. Quiet New Year's here, which I was just like, and Regina, yes, to what you just messaged me on Messenger, yes. I had quiet holidays too. Actually, yesterday on New Year's, I read cards for you guys, for whoever came by. And New Year's Eve, there was such a bad storm here that lucky I got. Krista, Happy New Year, sweetheart. Lucky that I got, to watch like a video and play a game. Oh crap, talking about that, I didn't put coffee out. Kim, why? You didn't remind me. I got so caught up. I'm finishing the video. I literally finished the video a half hour before I went live. I don't know how I got so off schedule, guys, but I did. The holiday season throws everybody off. So, yeah, you did remind me, Kim. Here we go. Let me shove it in there now. Everybody, oh, nobody put coffee? Oh, no, it's already 6 o'clock. I missed all the coffees. All right, well, I'm putting coffee anyway. There we go. Although I missed all the coffees. I'm in the special group. So I have a special app. And literally they have me doing so much stuff. Like there was literally, the hat game. The hat game. There was literally like 3 in a row of just special ones, not including the one that the regular game had. And I was like, yo. I guess they figure people are on vacation, so they're giving them a lot of extra work to do. Physical therapy is over. Haven't been feeling well and was hungover yesterday. Yeah, there you go. Um, no, I haven't been feeling wonderful either. I think it's just the big change of weather because it went from like 50 degrees to like below zero, so that doesn't go with my body. I like it to go down slow. So that's how we like it. You're welcome, Regina. I figured it was easier. I knew you were here to say it here than to try to type it on the messenger. I got this. This lady always leaves like free clothes out, and mostly it's kids' clothes and stuff. But once in a while, she leaves something of hers, like she doesn't want to wear anymore. And she left this one. She put in the little bag that said free. She's always putting shit out for free. And I was like, no, I want this sweater. It has teddy bears on it. And it's purple. So there you go. So thanks to the lady next door, she put out her free bag today when it wasn't raining. She must have got a new sweater for Christmas. Yes. Usually everybody in my neighborhood, they're all skinny minis, so everything's like a size 2. But this lady, she doesn't get, like I said, mostly she puts the kids' clothes out, but once in a while when she puts hers, we're the same size. We're probably the only 2 in the neighborhood. Large or extra large. It's free and cozy, right? That's right. I'm literally always picking up something. Today I went to the food pantry and on my way there, they didn't pick up the garbage yet because of the holiday. So I was like, well, what's in the garbage? Oh, this guy had a beautiful window. If I could have carried it, I would have did a craft with it. It was a small window, but it was heavy. It had a wood frame, but the glass that was in it had all designs. It was so pretty. And I was like, oh, I could paint that and then, do some kind of design with like maybe with a little glitter on the glass or something, and then put a wreath on it and then hang it on the door. But I was like, who's carrying that? Not me. No, not today. Not today. So anyway, but once in a while, they always have stuff in this neighborhood. It's all rich people. Every year they get new chairs. So, yeah. Mary, where'd you go? We just waiting for Mary, then we're going to start the video. She told me 10 minutes ago, I'm be right there. So I said, okay, I'm here. I'm here. Hi, Evie. I just might be a little later, guys, instead of 6, like more like 6:15, 6:30, only because my son gets home at like 6:10, 6:15, and then he wants to eat something. Like today, he walked in a little late, and I was like, yo, here's some cereal. He's like, what's for dinner? I'm like, cereal, because you got to take it and go in your room. Because I have a live stream. Yeah, you gotta have some kind of money. But in Astoria, it's worse. Like, if you own the houses, like, just for example, the house around the corner from me went for sale. It's a one family. Now, there are anywhere from 1 to 3 families usually in this neighborhood. Um, but most of them are legal 2-family houses. But once in a while, you get a 1 family. And my grandmother, for example, she made this a long time ago. A legal 3-family because she wasn't going to live in the walk-in. She was going to rent it out, and she figured better to make it a legal 3-family. So she did. But usually people live in their walk-in and rent the 2 tops, so it's technically a legal 2-family. So that's how it was back in the day. You lived on the first floor and everybody else lived on the second and third, and you just smushed into your walk-in here because this place is tiny. But anyway, 1 family round the corner, $1.2 million. $1.2 million for a house that you have to pay at least $10,000 in taxes a year. So you got to pay the mortgage on that 1.2 million, unless you just have it to throw out there. And then it's $10,000 in taxes. That's not including the water. That's not including, utilities or, like the electric and all this shit, right? And you can't even rent anything out because it's a 1 family. At least if it was a 2-family, like the 2 families are like go for 1.4, 1.6. At least if you get 1 for 1.4, a 2-family, you can rent one of the floors and make some, of your mortgage so you can pay it. But a 1 family for $1.2 million, get the hell out of here. Who's paying that? Nope. Craziness. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, they must have. Yeah, right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Who's going to buy that? You'd have to. The only person who could buy that is a contractor, and because it's on the corner, they're going to freaking get a permit, knock that shit down, make it a 2 or 3 family, and rent out the 2 floors because you can't. There's no way. Yeah, right, exactly. No, you didn't miss it. We just started Boomer 6:30 today because I was just saying my son comes home now. He changed his hours, so he gets home at like 6. Hey, Bailey. He gets home around 6:15 and he wants to grab something to eat. And so I figure we'll start like 6:30 from now on so that he can grab his food and eat something because he worked all day. So we don't want to be rude to him. So that's the deal, at least until the summer. Because then in the summer I could do the live streams outside, and then it won't matter. He could do whatever he wants in the kitchen, make all the noise he wants. So you could get a farm and land. Well, right, and they'll probably throw in some animals, Kim. Crazy. I mean, even in Long Island, and the taxes are cheaper in Long Island. You can get a nice house with some nice land for 400,000. To pay $1.2 million for a 1 family with no backyard, just a front little sitting area, is ridiculous. Like, who would do that? I don't even know. I'm well, thank you so much. We're just waiting on Miss Mary. Let me see where she is. She texted me and said, "I'll be here any second." Um, okay, Miss Mary, we're waiting on you. We waiting on you. And then I'll play the video for you guys. I did make a little video, and I'll be there in a few minutes. I'm gonna start the video because a few minutes is just, you know, a few minutes is a few minutes too much, Mary. We already been here 16 minutes. Alrighty, so I'm gonna spin you around and we're gonna watch the video, and then by the time we watch the video, Miss Mary should be here. And then we can start our chitty chat on what we're gonna talk about today. And this is a good thing to start talking about only because even today, like Kim, I'm gonna use you as an example, Kim. So even today, I was talking to Kim, and I know we're low budget here, Boomer, so, you know, sorry. We gotta do it the old-fashioned way here because I'm not paying for StreamYards. So just how we doing it, the good old-fashioned way. Oh, I don't know why this is okay. I guess this is as good as it's gonna get, guys. And okay, maybe I can put it up just a little more so you could see the full screen. Haha. Whatever works, that's all right. Okay, so like I'll give you an example, some telepathic stuff. Kim and I were texting on Messenger in our group chat that we have, and she texted me something, and I heard in my head, "Don't feed the mouse." And I said, "What the hell?" So now it was a feeling I got, right? And it was not even like I didn't hear the words. It was like a feeling, like an intuition, like it was my thought. And I said to Kim, "Don't feed the mouse. That's for you, Kim." And she goes, "No, no, I don't have any mice." And I go, "No, I think it's a spirit animal or a spirit guide or something of the sort." Um, so I said, "So ask, you know, your spirit guide, Penelope, if there's a mouse there, spirit mouse." And so she asked, and her spirit guide said yes. So it was the mouse who was trying to make herself known. So, and she did that through my mind's eye. I didn't know nothing about it, you know? So that kind of thing is telepathic, but with spirit. Now, there's two types. Now, so we're going to go over telepathic mediumship, which is person to spirit, not person to spirit, because you can do person to person telepathy too, but more so people do telepathy with spirits, and they call that mediumship. So here's the video, and let's go on with it. Oh. Hello, and welcome to another spiritual learning video. Today we're going to go over what it means to be a telepath or to have telepathic abilities. Let's get right into it. Telepathy between a person and a spirit refers to the idea that a living human can directly communicate with a deceased spirit through their thoughts and feelings without the need for spoken words or physical interaction. Essentially, a psychic connection where thoughts and emotions are transmitted mentally between the two entities. This is considered a paranormal phenomenon with no scientific consensus to support it. The reason is the same as why every day there's a new scientific breakthrough in medicine and machinery, and why new species, 40 through 55 of them, are discovered daily, because people are constantly evolving. Take our diets, for example. The bacteria that produces B12 resides in our large intestines, but most B12 absorption happens in the small intestines, making it difficult for humans to utilize the B12 production in their gut bacteria. Our ancestors obtained enough B12 from soil and plant matter with naturally occurring bacteria. But as our diets shifted towards more meat consumption, the need to absorb B12 from animal sources became more critical. Living beings today are significantly different from even just 500 years ago due to the change in diet, environment, healthcare, and technology. Let's take humans, for example. Some key differences are physical characteristics. Humans today are generally taller and have a slightly different body composition of those of our ancestors due to improved nutrition and healthcare. Evolutionary pressures have led to an increase in resistance to certain diseases like malaria, depending on your geographic location. Even our brain size has slightly decreased. This is due to the reliance on external knowledge storage like technology. Modern medicine and sanitary practices have greatly increased our life expectancy compared to 500 years ago. The way humans live and interact with each other has drastically changed with the development of complex societies, global communication, and technology advancements. What about Nostradamus and his prophecies? His first work, published in 1555. How would he know what was going to happen in London in 1666? And then there's Moses, who is said to be a prophet that received the 10 Commandments from God. Well, how did he get them? In the Old Testament, there were 4 prophets: Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Daniel. We can't always look at everything so scientifically. Science itself doesn't believe in God, because science is the method of studying the natural world and does not have the capacity to prove or disprove the existence of deities. Science investigates phenomena that can be observed and tested through experimentation, which does not include the supernatural realm. Therefore, telepathic abilities are solely based on the person, their beliefs, and their faith. Many spiritual practices and traditions, including mediums, are said to facilitate communication with spirits through telepathic means. People may experience telepathic communication with spirits through dreams. You may be able to receive messages or even visions from a spirit in a dream or a daydream. Others through intuition, feeling sudden strong emotions or thoughts that are believed to be from a spirit and not their own. Sensory perception, seeing flashes of light, hearing whispers, or feeling physical sensations associated with spirit. We are all connected through the hearts of our spirits. It is an invisible network that connects us not only to one another, but also with our spiritual support team, which can include our loved ones, both living and deceased, animals, spirit guides, past spiritual masters, guardians, guardian angels, and many other spiritual beings. Everyone is born with the ability to communicate via our spirits. However, some are more aware of this ability and are more skilled than others. This is because older souls, who have been reincarnated many times, have had more experience communicating spirit to spirit than younger souls. If you are meant to learn and develop your skills in this lifetime, you will be drawn towards it through promptings by your spiritual support team. Learning about your gifts can help you to remain connected with your loved ones in spirits and your guides while also allowing them to help you in this lifetime. Communicating with spirits through telepathy, or as they call it, mediumship, is an extraordinary gift which comes with great responsibilities. It requires incredible trust, faith, and energy, as well as a dedication and integrity on the part of the spirit medium to be open enough to receive and share everything that is being communicated by those in spirit. Providing a reading is not a straightforward process, but rather a complex one, using all the extrasensory and earthly senses. Those in spirit send combinations of images, feelings, sounds, tastes, and smell through an invisible network which connects all our souls to convey their message. They often use symbols to get the information through faster. Spirit mediums need to learn how to decipher the unique symbols to comprehend the meanings. But not only that, the recipients of the reading need to be free of any preconceived notions about who is going to come through and how they're going to come through, and even what they want to share. The spirit medium has no control over how open the recipient is, which adds another layer of complexity to the process. Contrary to belief, spirit mediums do not have all the answers. Information from those in spirit is provided on a need-to-know basis. There are times when those in spirit do not provide a direct answer to a question or a clear-cut way to proceed for a recipient. This may be because the recipient of the reading needs to work through issues on their own due to a life lesson, or because the delivery of certain information may change the actions of the recipient in some way that would shift them away from the lesson they need to learn for the benefit of their soul. While it's not an easy task to be a spirit medium, it is an amazing gift to be able to bring healing, love, and knowledge through the connection and communication with those in the spirit realm to those on earth. We all have at least one amazing gift to share with the world. Yours is the one that brings happiness to your heart and brings out the best in you. I encourage you to explore your own connections with spirits. You can learn some methods for connection through books or videos. Wishing you all the best on your spiritual journey. Thank you so much for watching another spiritual learning video. If you like this content, check out our spiritual learning playlist for more. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. We'll see you next week. Alrighty, let's turn you around again so that we can see each other, and I can see if Mary comes in. Ta-da! Settings, camera, turn it around. Lift this up a little. Pacho, here we go. We got it. Yes, a spirit kitty. I was saying, if each one of the spirit kids that I have here bring home an animal, I was saying to Kim, I probably have about every animal that we know of. you know, and then some that maybe we don't know. But yes. So, all right. So, oh, here's Mary. Mary. There's Mary.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Probably not. Hang on.
I hear you. You don't hear me. Obviously. Obviously, Mary doesn't hear me.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I heard you before. I think you just weren't hearing me.
I wasn't.
Okay, so that was, yeah, I don't know what that was, but I heard you. You just didn't hear me. So yeah. So we showed the video.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yes, Boomer hears you. Everybody says hello.
Hi, Boomer. Hi, Jen. Hi, Diane. Hi, Regina. Hi, Kelly. Hi, James. Who am I missing?
Scott,
Hi, NH girl. Huh?
Scott,
Hi, Scott.
Krista, yeah, NH girl, yeah.
Hi, Krista. Which is NH girl, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
Bailey's in here somewhere, I think, too.
Hi, Bailey.
Kim and Ev. Yeah, Kim and
Hi,
Evie.
Kim. Hi, Evie.
Did we get everybody? I think so. Oh, and
Hi, Nike.
Kathy's in here somewhere too. Hi, Nike girl.
Hi, Kathy. Wherever you're at.
So yeah. So okay, so we saw the video on telepathic, um spirit, person to spirit, which is what they call mediumship or spirit medium. So how many people in the chat have had or does practice spirit, let's say spirit mediumship or telepathic communication with spirits? How many people have done it? How many people practice it all the time? Curious, curious, curious.
Tell us your
Yeah, no,
experiences.
I'm sorry, Krista. You know what it is? I couldn't afford, um, the StreamYards went from $25 to $44. So I can't get the paid version right now because $44 is a lot of money a month. So I'm using the free version of StreamYards, and that's why I don't have any prettiness today. Sorry. Sorry. I don't, but like to. Yes, so you want to start practicing. Not me, I'm a big fake boomer.
I explained to him why I'm just a voice.
Yes,
Because it don't pick up the circle thing anymore. And I don't want to put my camera on you guys.
yeah. Well, yeah, it doesn't show the circle thing, but also I don't pay for the service to even put something, you know. I'm a practicing I'm in the practicing phase. Sometimes I hear messages back. Fabulous, Kathy. I haven't tried mediumship. Just not sure how.
Hugs to you too, Nike.
Yeah. Ah, thank you, Diane. Oh, that's new. Yeah, yeah. I talked to Martin. Well, if you can talk to him without the pendulum, then you will be practicing mediumship, right? Um, so I told you guys the story about the mouse today. That was the newest, like, one to explain to you. But every Wednesday, when your spirit guides come and I talk to them and ask them for a message and write down what they want to tell you, that is a form of being telepathic, right? Because you don't hear them, I don't hear them. I just know what they're saying and I write it down.
It's a mediumship.
Like those thoughts are mine. Yeah. But prior to, when they called it medium, it was just being telepathic. Telepathic is technically reading, getting feelings, emotions, sounds, smells from something that's not there or you're not next to, you know. And it could be person to person, but it could also be person to spirit. Um, so yeah, so mediumship and being telepathic go hand in hand because you can't give messages from the spirits if you hear them or communicate with them. So trying to without the pendulum. There you
Someone
go.
says he's a big fake, which we know he's not.
Yeah.
And he says, go to Zoom.
Go to Zoom. Yeah, if I could figure out how to work Zoom, I may,
Bummer
but
can show you. You just gotta.
I know, but I don't
You
know
got a hard time long enough
if
to figure it out.
3G phone can handle Zoom like things that I would like to do. I don't know. What maybe Mary and I could do is maybe we could try to split the StreamYard fee and we can both stream from the same
We're gonna try it.
as
I'll
a
give her
group,
access to mine.
like maybe we could do that because the $44 is too much. It's just too much. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how many hours I can get out of free StreamYard. And I mean, just because it doesn't have pretty pictures and stuff, we'll be able to stream. I'm used to it. So we'll see how many free hours they give me.
They're gonna give you 20.
Yeah.
Scott, Martin probably comes to you in your sleep. He don't have to tell you the night before and then what he tell you the next morning. He can go to your sleep and tell you. I mean, he got access to you 24/7.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
just put you like that.
Especially you can invite him. Say I would like to see you in a dream, talk to you in a dream, or whatever.
Yeah, it's
And
$45 a month now. Yeah.
and um to help that, and this I learned from a or learn OBS. Oh, but OBS is only on the computer, not on the mobile. I do everything on the phone. My laptop's about 500 years old. But anyway, it's 500 years old in laptop years.
Well, I thought about
anything over
trying.
anything over 3 years old is like 500 in technology versions.
Well, I thought about trying to learn uh Zoom too because it is expensive, and I don't do a lot of streaming, so for me
Yeah,
it
right.
really is
Exactly.
expensive. Um, it is for you too, though, for that matter. But I think that maybe we can, if I get Zoom, maybe Boomer can give
There
us
you go, Evan.
classes, teach us how to do Zoom.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was saying to Scott, and before I forget, I'm sorry, Mary.
Sorry.
Um, leave out a tablespoon near your bed. You have a nightstand. Leave a tablespoon of cornmeal out on your nightstand, and he can tell you that helps them travel dream-wise. I heard from a few people. So, and I did give it to the neighbor's ghost, I call him, Addison. He wanted to travel to the son's dream and he needed help, and someone told me, okay, put out some cornmeal for him and then have your spirit guide explain to him. So I put the cornmeal out, had the spirit guide explain, and then I asked him, and he said, no, yeah, it was good. I was able to do it. And I was like, good. So I think that helped them. A tablespoon. Leave a tablespoon out before you go to sleep. And so, yeah, just leave it in a little cup or something near the nightstand. A
Zoom's
tablespoon of cornmeal.
Scott. I don't think Zoom has a free option. Do they?
No,
I know
only
StreamYard does.
no. You have if you're not streaming, if you're just a guest, it's free for you to be a guest because your host is paid. So that's why.
Right, and then you got 20
Yeah,
minutes that is free through StreamYards, and but Zoom doesn't have
20
that.
hours,
You pay
not 20 minutes.
$15 for the month, and then you can do whatever or most of whatever, and it goes up from there. But StreamYards went to $45, and it is not. You get 20 hours of free time if you don't pay for it.
Yeah,
20 hours is not a lot of time, believe it or
no,
not,
it's
especially for
not
Christina.
for
She
a whole
gets me
month.
20
It's
hours.
not. I'm gonna
What?
guys facing for a whole month. It's not facing here while I grab a cigarette. So anyway,
Right.
um,
I mean, if you're a guest on any of them, you can go on free.
yeah,
I mean, that's just, yeah, because the person that you're going on pays for it. Right, Scott? He sent you a link, but he's paying for it so that way he can stream and have who he wants up. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get off subject. Let's get off that subject. Let's get on the subject at hand. Has anybody else had experiences? Can you tell us, or maybe come up and tell us, or if we know you anyway, and can send you a link?
I want to ask everybody too, whoever has done it, put down your latest experience down in the chat.
That's why I said I'd like to know their experiences they've had, the latest one, and so we can talk about it.
Yeah. No one knows me. I'm a mystery. Now I know you because I saw you on 2 different panels. Now I just know what you look like now.
Boomer's got one from New Year's Eve night. Let him
Yes.
know.
Okay, send can you can
Yeah,
you send
I'll send him a link. Hang on, Boomer, I'm sending it to you.
you can send it.
I may kick off, but if I do, you just have to put me back on.
Just a little white light. Is that what you saw? A little white light? So, but have you had any thoughts like you're sitting there and all of a sudden, like I was this morning, I was talking to Kim and all of a sudden, I know this wasn't my thought. I heard don't feed the mouse. That was my thought that came to my head. And I knew it was for her, you know? Um, or even when you get that like horrible feeling like something's gonna happen, that's also them giving you a feeling. So that's also a sort of telepathy because they're giving you that feeling to tell you something's wrong, right? Don't do that. And if you can't hear it, they're going to give you a feeling. Like I've got those, oh my God, I'm so
I
sick to
said
my
it,
stomach,
Boomer.
something's going to happen, And sure as enough, So once in a while you get that feeling, yes. So that's from them letting you know you can't talk to them, right? This is gonna be bad. Don't do it. Um, Yeah, so if you get those, like, it would be like marble twisted like butterflies, like, holy cow, I don't want to do this. My latest experience was last night during your live. I had a female spirit say hello, and I asked Candace who she was, and she told me she was visiting one of my other guides. Oh! And I forgot to tell you on Messenger, but I guess I could tell you guys. Lawrence came by the other day and he had spirits for me to cross over. And I go, Lawrence, let me ask you, I never heard of this, okay, bye, I'm leaving kind of thing, you know. And he started laughing. He's like, okay, I am, I wasn't James's spirit guide. I was Candace's spirit guide. Wait, spirit guides have guides? And he's like, well, how are they going to learn? And I'm like, oh, that's good. That's a good, that's a good point. So yeah, so technically he wasn't your spirit guide. He was Candace or one of your other guides. He's a guide to spirit guides, by the way. And he has a new job. So, holy cow, yeah, right? That's what I said. A guide, spirit guide has guide, like he's a guide for the spirit guides. So there you go. Which I didn't know they had these, but yeah, that this is we learn something new every day. That explains a lot right there, though. Yes, it does. Because I was like, I don't understand how that works. you know. And you know. Mary, I got jalapeno oh no, no jalapeno. They took off like 3 inches. Oh no! Today you had surgery? I'm so sorry, sweetheart. We'll be praying for you. Put you on the prayer list. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Um, well, everybody does have guides, Regina. The only way you wouldn't have a guide is if you told them all to go to hell and get up. And then I'm sorry, Boomer. Here's Boomer. I was reading what Nike girl said, and I was upset, so I didn't. I didn't pay it. I wasn't paying attention. I apologize. Um. So yeah. So Regina. So yeah, everybody has guides. If you tell them all, go to hell, I don't want any guides. They'll give you. You'll have one that you don't know about that's just like a watcher. So they'll watch and make sure you're not attacked spiritually, but they will not intervene at all. And that's the only way somebody would end up with no spirit guides, right? So Boomer has a story to tell us. Did he disappear? Yes. Oh no, Boomer. I'm sorry. He'll come back, I'm sure. Um. Yes, Scott. That's true. That's what I tell them. That those kiddos they're the only people I like. And they could tell you anything, right? Um. You're welcome, Nike girl. I don't know. We lost Boomer, Mary. Did I lose Mary too? Did we lose everybody? No, Mary's here.
But I'm here.
Oh yeah, now I could hear you. I didn't hear you before.
I'm like, Boomer, come back. Come back, Boomer. What's that song? It doesn't say Boomer, but it says come back.
Baby, come back.
Baby, come back. Yeah, and it's the 70s music. 70s, 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, maybe technical difficulties. Maybe. Oh, here's Boomer.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Yeah. Okay, we're
StreamYard's is
ready
a
for
piece of
your
shit.
story.
Huh?
I'm ready for you. We're ready for your story.
Well, Nike, I
Oh,
consider
in the
you a
middle of a
friend.
live stream on New Year's Eve, I got pushed and my chair broke and hurt my knee.
Oh no.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to. Is it? If we're at YouTube or
Uh,
was
it
you on
was
YouTube?
um Sam's live stream on D-Live.
Oh.
Uh,
I was on her panel.
I wonder if it's still up.
I don't know. You won't see nothing. One minute I'm there, and the next I'm gone. No, I didn't get pushed. What I was doing was I'm sitting in my chair, and I'm trying to push myself away from my desk so I could make a cigarette. Um, and somehow the chair stopped, and I kept going and broke the back off my chair. So I went completely backwards. My legs got trapped between the chair and the little shelf underneath my desk, and I was trapped between the arm of the chair and the desk and all that shit. I'm like, and it wrenched my back. My left knee is screwed, and I strained my shoulder trying to get myself loose. I laid there for like 15, 20 minutes in pain.
Shit, you probably
Oh
had to lay
no.
there just so your body could relax enough to even move.
Do what?
You probably had to lay there so your body could relax enough to even move because you
Oh
tense
yeah,
up
that's
and
pretty
it's
much
like,
what the deal was. Yeah,
yeah, and you're, yeah.
I couldn't move for like 20 minutes. I was just laying there screaming. Everybody on the live stream's laughing.
You're laughing and you're in pain.
I wouldn't have been laughing. I'd have been figuring out how to get some help to you.
Well, after they spent 20 minutes laughing and realized I wasn't coming back anytime soon, I was just laying down there screaming in pain. They're like, "Should we call 911?" And I'm like, "No, no, no." They're like, "Well, we wouldn't know how to get them to you anyway." They were talking about like getting a hold of Cab 7 because he's the only one that has my address and all that and everything. I'm like, "Don't do that.
They
Get
could get a
loose."
hold. They could get a hold to me.
But I had to go out and buy a knee brace today.
Boomer broke his
Huh?
chair, broke, fell out of it. Fell for him. I was telling
Oh,
Frank what happened to you.
What?
she was relaying the story to
Well, I
Frank.
was alright.
Well,
But needless to say, now I need a new desk chair and probably a new knee. My back and shoulder are feeling a lot better. It's just my knee is fucked.
I bet you getting down and up and down them stairs ain't so great.
Nope.
Damn, Boomer.
But shit
You can go
happens,
down. Can't
right?
you go? You can stay downstairs if you need to. I mean,
No, I can't. I'd be going up and down the stairs more to go to the bathroom than I would to go
yeah,
down and
I'll
get
be
something to
gonna
eat.
say, yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
oh yeah, the bathroom's
I'm
downstairs.
telling
The
you, he
bathroom
needs a little
upstairs.
refrigerator for his bedroom.
There you go.
We need take up collection for him.
No,
You
it'll
really
be
do.
alright.
A one-story apartment soon. Yeah.
Yeah, right. They don't have any one-story apartments here. They do have other apartments that have downstairs bathrooms, though.
So I've been working on it, Kathy. Let me answer
You need to move to a flat
Kathy's
wall
question.
layer, one
Yeah,
layer.
right.
Christina, do you have any tips on how to develop, strengthen an ability to communicate with spirits telepathically? So I started the good old fashioned way, of course. I started with pendulums, spirit rod, um, you know, even trying spirit boxes. Although I like the pendulum or the spirit rod better, you could actually feel their energy. You get to know their energy. You get to know who you're talking to. Right?
Well, let me add this too, though. All them's great ideas, but you need to make sure that you are protected before you do anything that has to do with communication with spirit. Um, you need to make sure you have some protection on you, or that you say a prayer before you do it. All the above, because even though you can do all that, there's always that slight chance.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I was attacked
And
Let
by
me.
a bad angel who decided they were going to come on my spirit rods, talk to me, pretend at first they were someone else, and then once they told me who they were, then they attacked me. So yeah, it could happen. Um,
also, you can also meditate is a good way
Let
to.
me add this real quick.
mm,
Now, I don't know if it's because of my uniqueness or whatever. I mean, I get told constantly how unique I am, right, Nike girl? But in the 50 some years that I've been uh, doing this and communicating with spirits and shit, never once have I ever had to rely on uh, any other type of device.
yeah,
It's
but you've
one
been
of those
doing it,
things you either have it and can hone it and make it work effortlessly. Mine was always effortlessly. I could effortlessly with spirits.
right?
The thing
Well,
is, another thing I'd never do, and for the reasons like they mentioned, bringing shit through that you don't want to come. I never ever had gone and tried to connect with anyone or anything specific. It's always just come to me. They've always come to me. If somebody has a message to pass on to someone, they come to me. I deliver the message, and that starts, you know, the line of communication open without using anything to open a pathway or anything like that.
right. But see,
So
now
But
me,
if
not
you're,
everybody's like you, though, Boomer. That's why they have to use something
I'm
right,
else.
saying if you're somebody who's just thinks it's pretty cool to talk to spirits and things like that, and you want to learn how, there is no learning how.
right.
You don't learn how to do it. It's either going to develop in you or it's not. They
Yeah,
do say everybody has that capability, but not everybody can
hone in
use
on
it.
it,
You know
basically.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right.
like it's
But
not for everyone.
but that's how I started. Now I don't need that stuff unless I hear something crazy and I go, no, let me ask. Or when I'm doing the writing, I'll write it, but there's always your mind in there too. So I don't want to add anything. I only want to bring to the table what they say to you, right? So I don't really want to add anything. So I always make sure, okay, is that the message? Because you know, like I said, you have your own mind too. So even though they're putting these thoughts, you might add something, take something away, you know, subconsciously. You might do that. You're not
That's
on,
the
right?
hardest. That's the hardest part about it is deciphering your own thoughts from what you're receiving from somewhere else.
Right. But
Now,
now, with that
granted,
being
I've
said,
had a little more time in this, and
yeah,
I've learned how to decipher what's mine and what's coming from somewhere else.
right.
But thing is, like, I mean, because people have asked me this several times in the past. Well, how can I do what you do? I'm like, well, if you can't by now, you probably won't. It's not something you can learn out of a book.
No, it's
It's
not. I
something,
agree.
a part of you, that you can develop it if you have it, but if there's nothing to develop, then you just don't have it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You're not going
Well,
to be able to do it.
right.
I'm
But
just saying to ask that question is kind of there's no there's no specific answer to that question.
well, no, but
I mean,
if you have it and you're just not good at it, there's a way of strengthening it. Because I couldn't do this, what I do now, a year ago. I couldn't. I needed guidance from pendulum, from mostly from the pendulum, or a spirit rod, or a yes or no coin, or something to help me along to
Well, it helps you
understand,
communicate
because
with them.
you can't sometimes, especially when you're starting, decipher what's yours thought and what's theirs. So you have to reiterate by asking, did you tell me this? Is there a reason why I got this thought? And the easiest way to do that is on the pendulum if you're just learning, or like I said, spirit rods, or yes or no coin.
I gotta I gotta answer Kathy's last comment here. It's not. It's nothing like that. It's not. It's not like learning how to walk, learning how to read, learning how to ride a bike. It's nothing like that. It's if you have it, you can hone it. If you don't have it, then there's nothing to hone. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to work with if you don't already have it.
Right.
It's not
Supposedly,
like learning how to read, learning how to ride a bike, or I mean, it happens with you, you'll definitely know. It like I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it happened with me at a very young age, so I didn't have
Me too.
like
Good crap on me.
a way to know, let it all sink in and realize what was going on and stuff like that.
That's what I thought she was asking. She's
But
asking about the honing it in.
the
She
honey,
has, she has the. It's trust me, her ability's there. She just has not opened it fully.
yeah.
well,
She
yeah.
was
I
like
mean, if you
me.
had
We
something there, it's a feeling. You'll know it. It's a feeling within inside.
She knows
And
that she wants to go.
if you already have that feeling inside you, like there's something different on inside you that you never felt before, that's it. That's the it I'm talking about. And that can be developed and honed and it will advance for you.
right. Right. Because like I said, a year ago I could not do what I do today. 2 years ago I wouldn't have even thought about it. I didn't think that was my superpower. I thought my superpower was only being like a gatekeeper and crossing spirits over. Having this where they can give me thoughts, visions, um,
I like
dreams.
how she uses the term superpower like she's Wonder Woman or something.
Yeah.
It's like
But
she's
ability.
already opened. She's opened herself up, and how she got there was by using the cards and just doing it, and on a daily basis she
Practice.
started talking to
Right.
her spirit guide, and it just goes on and on and on. And the more you do, the more you open.
Right. The more you do, the more you want to learn. If it's meant for you to do, they're going to help you. Your spirit guide's going to help. And I always say, I know Boomer doesn't work with his spirit guide. Um, she works with him, but he doesn't, like ask her for help because he's been doing this since he's 5, right? So, but for me, I don't think I could do it without them having the knowledge. Somebody has to give me this knowledge. Somebody has to have told me. For the first time the other day, I was on a panel with Nalisha, and a spirit showed me her whole kitchen, her living room, a drawer in her house. Like, why were they
She's
showing me?
talking
I
about
don't
Dream Walking
know,
Angel, in case
but they
somebody.
showed me her whole area, and when she sent me the picture, I was like, oh my god, that is exactly what I saw.
A good practice is sit there and try to tap into somebody.
Yeah,
Like right now on this live stream, just relax your mind, relax your emotions, and try to tap into one of us and see what kind of information you get. And if the information you feel you're receiving connects with one of us, just announce that what you got, announce and see if it connects, and then just keep doing it. That's the only way you can practice it is to do it.
right. Well, that's it. And Mary was right. The cards really helped because, especially since a lot of times when you're reading the cards, the energies, there's a third party. So usually maybe the spirits have an oracle with them. And what will happen is oracle will trickle it down to the cards. And so you're getting a real message from that spirit. So you the best way to practice would be to do a card reading on yourself every day, or somebody that
Or
kind of what's going
just
on in their life, to see if the cards match. So you could do that card reading,
it's
or
like tarot cards. It's like tarot cards. There's several different ways you can do a deck of tarot cards or readings. Sit there and do them.
yeah,
That's one big way to do it. Um,
Yeah, but card reading is not the same thing as mediumship, though. You
no,
know what
it's
I mean?
not.
I mean,
no,
card
It's
reading
not. But for her to open
comes
up
from one
enough,
place, mediumship comes from another.
right? But
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
trying
saying?
to say is just her trying to open that door a little bit more to communication for the mediumship. She already knows that they're there and that she can hear them and stuff.
right,
But it will open doors for other things from her. It did for me. I mean, but I was already like I said, it started at 5 on me. But the same as you, brother. We started young. But I didn't have anybody teach me nothing. I learned everything on my own. I didn't even realize what was going on. I just knew that I knew things.
right,
And, I just knew that I knew something was talking to me. So, I mean, but
yeah,
that's us. But for her, she knows it's there. And this is her way of, I
right,
mean, that's the one. Some people don't really know that they have it until they try. And she knows she does. It's just she's trying to open it up more.
yeah.
And
Well,
cards did it for me, the same as it did for Christina.
Right.
yeah,
Well, then it sounds
because
like she's already at that point, then, right?
yeah, because she could see them. But
I mean,
so,
she's already at that point. All she wants to do is hone the mediumship aspect of it.
yeah,
And I mean, card reading ain't going to do that for her. What's going to do it for her is if she is using
Well,
her mind to receive You know, listen to the voices in your head. Okay, listen to the messages those voices are telling you, and
Ask them what they want you to
learn
do.
how to separate the messages from your own thoughts. That's the first step.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
not always
That's
the easy
what a
thing to
medium
do.
has to do. They have to learn how to separate their own thoughts from the messages coming in. Card reading's not going to do that for you, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Card readings, I'm like, in my opinion, card readings is for those who don't have that mediumship. And she's already got it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
But Boomer, like, do you know how much I don't know for you, but maybe because I'm new at this. The amount that it takes for me to even write that little message at the end of a reading is it drives me crazy. It takes everything out of me. By the end of the night of those readings, I just want to pass the hell out and die. My head hurts, my ears hurt, everything, right? Because
Well,
everybody,
That's
let me address this in the chat real
that's
quick
what's
before
gonna
somebody
happen.
buys something they don't need to buy yet. Scott, tarot cards, your first set of tarot cards need to be gifted to you. Just trust me on this. Your first set of tarot cards need to be gifted to you from somebody.
yeah, have your wife get you
Um,
a pack.
yes.
Tell her you want
Yeah.
one for your birthday and let her get you anyone that she feels she wants to get you.
Right. They need to be gifted. So don't spend any money on it because I'm just trust me on this. Uh, they're not that expensive. You can go on Amazon. You can go on Temu and get them.
Well,
Like
don't go on
20
Temu
bucks.
because they normally don't come with the books. Have
Right.
somebody go on Etsy and get you one, like, or have your wife
Um,
go to a store and get you one.
right. You need to go on. I go on Amazon a lot. Make sure it has the book with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But trust me, they need to be gifted to you first.
She won't do that. Why won't she get you a gift of that?
And when you get a deck,
And that's another thing. If what the person who gifts it to you has to be has to have that same energy.
right, they have to have.
So
Well,
Oh, she doesn't believe in that.
hang
Okay.
on a minute. Don't have to
there
have
you go.
exactly.
So it wouldn't mean anything coming from her. It has to
Right.
come from somebody who means something.
It has to come from somebody who
Like
knows what they're
another
doing.
like
Uh,
another, tarot card reader.
like
You know what I'm
me
saying?
or
Someone who's already
uh,
skilled in it.
Christina or somebody who knows what they're doing. And
Yeah,
when you
there you
get
go.
them, when you get
Christina,
them,
buy him a deck.
Yeah.
when
I
you
can
get
make you a deck. That would be nice too.
when you get them, you need to put your energy into them. Don't let nobody else touch them. Don't let anybody else mess with them. Only you.
Yeah.
It has to be your energy
Yep.
put into that deck, and it takes a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, don't go ahead and start doing readings and all that. Read yourself if you want to, but put your energy and stuff in them before they
See,
really start working
even
well.
even me, like I don't have. I've done card readings before because Mama Rock bought me a set of cards. You know, I do it, but I I'm not one that has a whole lot of faith in card reading. So I wouldn't be the ideal person to give somebody a deck of their own either. It would take somebody like Mama Rock or anyone else who like has done it for a while and is very practiced in the art of card reading and stuff like that. Um, that's not my forte, so I wouldn't even gift somebody a deck. But if
Well,
you find somebody who's
Kathy says that she's
done
never
it a
heard that
while,
Well,
from
wait,
her
can I just
teachers and
finish
stuff,
my
but
other thought before we get there?
I
I'm
have.
in the middle of a sentence when you guys and I just want to say with the tarot cards. Okay, I was saying that it takes actually almost all my energy to write down the little message at the end to get it, right? With the tarot cards, them putting their energy into it and me picking them at least gives you more of a reading than you would get from my little message. You wouldn't be able to put it all together. And that's why
Oh
I
yeah,
the tarot
you get to
card
reserve your own energy.
in connection with a little message, because otherwise um I would be able to do only 2 or 3 readings a night instead of helping everybody who comes into the chat. So,
Right, right.
you know, um but
It,
that reading the cards helped me connect with your guys' spirit guides, which helped me.
without using your own energy, right?
Yeah, but it also helped
Yeah.
me to know their energy and to be able to connect with them. Like, so I'll know their energy when they come, so that I also, like, if the connected with them, so that when they want to give me additional messages, I can understand. They're all on different frequencies, right? I'm on a different frequency than most of them. It got me to be able to connect with them easier by doing the cards with them, um, than if I would have just tried, hey, you give me a message. You know what I'm saying? So it gradually helped, like with that, with connecting with the guides, even my own guides, because they were putting their energy into the cards so that I could pick them, right? And then our energies connect, and then you get to know their energies more. Um, so I think it's helpful, the cards. I
Right.
now
It's
you
like daisy chaining a bunch of batteries.
right. So
So you're
Well,
now
not just using
now
your
Kelly,
own.
hang on a minute. Kelly,
I
I understand that. You can have your best friend say, hey, just hand her the money and have her go buy them for you and give them to you. I mean, it's basically you're buying your own, but she's gifting them to you. I don't know. I just know that I was told basically that I don't know if it's the old fashioned way, I guess, but I was told by my teachers and by what I went through and people I talked to that they needed to be gifted from somebody who's an elder to you.
mm. Now see, my first deck, it was my mother's, and when she passed away, I took her deck. I never used that deck. Okay, it was my mother's, right?
Also, I can
But
tell you they
I
raised you.
then went and got my own decks after that. So technically, I guess my first deck I didn't buy myself. I did, like, look at it in nostalgia reasons, and I bought a
Yeah, there's
deck.
no rule that you have to use that debt first. It just has to be
But
something gifted to you, right?
the oracle cards are not like that. They don't have to be gifted. You can buy them, whatever. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
the
Oracle
tarot
cards you
decks.
can just buy.
The tarot
Yeah.
deck is the only one I know of that I was told that had to be gifted. Anyway, and as far as cleaning them, basic, I sage them, you say your prayer over them, however you want to do that. But I will tell you how they hold your energy, what would be good for you to do. This is what I do, and this is what I was taught to do, is you wrap them in something that is pure silk. Pure silk holds energy, but it also holds your energy, and it will hold it in for you. And that's how I wrap mine. They're wrapped in a sack, not a sack. They're wrapped in a scarf that is pure silk that my cousin brought back from Afghanistan.
It could be a Hallmark moment. Hi, Scott.
Yeah, that's where it came from, Diane, is the gypsy belief.
Yeah, the gypsy book. And it's
Well, I'm right,
also
Kelly. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't. I'm just saying that I don't know. You give
that's
$20 to somebody and say, "Hey, go buy yourself a gift," and then, and then they can turn around and buy you a gift. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm just telling you. That was just my idea, but
well, no,
I'm
like
just telling you
Diane
how I
said,
was
it was
taught.
probably the gypsy way back in the day. That's how they did it.
Yeah.
It
Now,
probably
Well,
does
is.
it
that's where
still stand
tarot
today? I don't know.
originated. That's
Yeah.
where
It probably
tarot
is my
originated,
gypsy side
was with the
saying that.
gypsy.
It probably is my gypsy side bringing it out, but I'm just saying, and because that's basically what I got taught off of. But I'm just saying that
Okay, I'm gonna
my
use the
witch side
wheel.
and all that. So
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
see
you do what you want to do. I'm just saying it. You
it.
know.
That's the biggest difference between me and the others. I don't believe in the tradition. I don't celebrate holidays because I don't believe in tradition.
Well, I'm not saying it's.
So
I'm just saying that this
no,
person
I'm
believes in my
saying what.
faith.
No, I'm answering. I mean, who was it? James. Well, wait, no, who was it that mentioned traditions? Anyway, whoever mentioned traditions, yeah, I mean,
Kathy.
that is the traditional way of the gypsy, yes, but I don't follow tradition because, what tradition do I follow? Catholicism, Christianity, gypsy, you know what I mean? Like, I make my own. I have my own source of power, my own source of protection. I make my own. I don't follow others' traditions, you know what I'm saying?
All right. And I'm not saying anybody has to take. I just don't want. I don't
You
want
don't want
somebody to.
Scotty getting hemmed up.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
No, I understand. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the biggest thing you got to understand is anything dealing with paranormal. You you have to go beyond just your traditional
Right.
protection
I
like
do.
that.
You know I
You
do.
have, yeah. I'm speaking for the audience here.
Right.
You have to have your own as well. Like you have to
Right.
come up with your own. Uh, like I even came up with my own protection prayer for when I do readings and shit.
Right.
When I know I'm going into a session, I have my own protection prayer that I pray to Archangel Michael, not God, not Jesus, because I don't believe in that. Um, I do believe in archangels, and I do believe Archangel Michael is the one that I'm more uh, connected with.
But yeah, you believe in angels.
So,
You must believe in God then, or
well,
a
not in the
creator.
sense, not in the biblical sense. Let me put it that way.
Right,
Not
right.
in
I
the
mean a
biblical sense.
creator. Like you believe
Yes,
there something
yes,
created the angels and us, and yeah.
yes, and
Well,
other gods.
Yeah, yeah.
Scott, just
Yeah.
ask Martin. Ask Martin
Because the way
what
you
he
said it,
believes
I
it
don't believe
is.
in that. I'm like, well, where'd the angels come from? But I understand. You don't believe in it. You believe in it like me. It's a creator, and
Right.
you know,
Right.
I
Same
don't even.
thing.
I personally don't even think the creator's still here. He travels to all different places. You know.
Well, he
But
exists everywhere at once.
well, yeah, but you know, like he travels throughout the universe. I mean, sure, he could be, but I think it's more like traveling. Like I feel like he travels the universe, so he's not always
He
readily
is the
available.
universe.
He is the universe. Well,
He is
there you
the universe. He is the earth. He is the air. He is the fire. He is the water. Creator is everything in existence. He is us.
you believe in the universal. Yeah, I believe that there's an energy, and it could be just the way you say, but
Oh, I believe the universal. Yeah, the universe is the. I believe he is the universe. I believe that he is the main one, and I believe there's others down.
oh yeah, but I think he the only reason why I think he's separate from the universe is because he created so technically he must have been here before the universe, so he or she or it, I don't know, I think it's irrelevant because we won't know until we meet him, right?
I
But
think
or
he's
her
both.
or it,
You'll never meet him.
I think he's both.
yeah, I don't know, like it could be the mother and the father, right? But the creator, whether regardless, um, created everything, but I don't think he is the universe. He created it. But everybody has different things, right? Now, that goes to say, like, I like a little of this, a little of that. Yes, Kelly. Everybody has their own belief. And that's where also comes in with the abilities, okay? The abilities that you have are solely on what you believe. It's not on what science believes, what Mary believes, what Boomer believes. It's what you believe, you know?
I have one question though. First, I
What?
can't remember who the hell asked the question initially, but my second question is whoever was the one that initially asked that question that led to this long drawn out explanation. uh, did we at all answer your question,
It was
Oh,
Kathy.
Kathy asked.
or are you more confused than when you started?
Or did you were confused? I'm sorry if we confused you, Kathy.
Whatever I like a little of that. Oh, Kelly's the one that was firing about it, right?
No, it was Kathy.
Or
Kathy asked the
oh,
original question
Kathy.
about
Oh,
horning in. Yes.
Kathy. Are you more confused now, or did it help at all?
And then Boomer came up to tell us his story, not of him falling, but about his latest telepathic communication.
My latest telepath communication.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I wasn't trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm just saying
Was
that it's a safe way to do things. There's a safer way to do things
was
than
the reading? See, that's the thing. I can't remember like timelines and stuff. It was either Christina's reading or
Kathy, wasn't it you that wanted to know if what you could do to help you hone in on your abilities or to talk to
Yeah,
communicate with
I
the
think you
spirit?
got a little bit of everybody's
Yeah, I think you
experience.
got a whole bunch
So
of it.
if
well,
you
that's
put
why
it
I
all
said it's
together, it
not.
might make a whole.
You got to find. All right, simply put, you got to find your own answer to that
She wanted to
because
know.
you ask 10 firemen the best way to put out a fire, you're going to get 10 different answers.
Well, this is what she asked. Christina, do you have any tips on how to develop or strengthen an ability to communicate with spirit telepathically? The only way I can tell you with that is meditation is going to be number one.
Meditation and daydreams are good.
Yeah,
And if you can't meditate, because I don't meditate, I start a daydream and then I know it goes awry because there's something I would totally not daydream about. And then once it goes super awry, I know that's a message from them.
but if you can meditate, if you know how to meditate, and if you can, that
Yeah,
is your best way to communicate with them, to learn to, yeah,
Right.
to
But
hear
like,
and to listen and
yeah.
uh,
But Drew and I
right.
don't do the meditation because we don't. Now she's better at it. Me, I'm not good
I
at it.
used to do meditation,
So
and it's hard for me to
I do
meditate
the
now.
daydream thing. I'll be like
Right,
sitting here, clear my mind, start thinking about, I don't know, me in a field, and all of a sudden it will go awry. I'll be on a beach and I'm like, no, I was in a field. So this beach has it's them, you know.
right.
I was talking to Evie one day and I was trying to meditate. So I sat down, I started and we were talking, and right after we finished texting, I started my daydream, and this time I was on the beach, and I was so happy to be on the beach. Now, Evie told me that her spirit guide had gave her a picture of a lighthouse. She goes, "Oh, it's so pretty." So I'm on the beach, and all of a sudden I hear music playing, and I turn around, and there's a lighthouse. But it wasn't so much that I knew that the song was a message from them, or probably her spirit guide giving me a message. um, in my little daydream that I was having. So, yeah,
All right, can I finish answering your
yeah.
question
Now
now?
you go. I'm gonna shut up.
All right. Simply put, to answer your question, my last telekinetic connection, it's it's an everyday thing. I'm constantly telepathically connected to these spirits, entities, whatever that are trying to communicate with me.
Me
But
too.
the
But
last one that the last one I did with somebody was either your reading or who
No, it
was
was
that other one
higher,
that was
higher
up on the
truth,
piano? I'm trying to think of her name. Who was that up on the
higher.
piano? No, not. I think there was one after Haya. Wasn't there? Was Haya the last
Lady
one,
D,
or was it?
Lady D,
No, not Lady D either.
and Sam,
Regina.
Regina. Okay.
Because they all happened in such a close, like it was like there was Christina, Regina, and then like all within the same week, and I can't remember what the order was.
Right,
But as far as having a session utilizing it, it was one of those readings. So that was what, a week or two ago,
okay.
something like that. So anyway, to answer your question,
That, yeah. See, I would assume I'm connected to them too, but I can't listen all day long, or I would just have a massive headache and get nothing done, right? So, which
oh,
is
there's a
why
way to do that.
I said, I'm like, oh, well, like everybody says, you got to practice, right? How
You
to,
want to know a technique I use?
yeah,
Because you know how like sometimes like you're doing housework, right? And you want the TV or radio playing in the background, just but you're focused on your housework. The radio or TV is not a distraction; it's just background noise. Well, I use that same concept with the voices constantly. I imagine it as just the radio playing in the background while I'm conducting my everyday tasks, and
right,
they're not a distraction. And then when I've got time, I'll turn my focus to that. It's like having the TV running while you do your housework. When you're done with your housework, you go sit down and watch TV. Same concept. That's how I do it.
right. Well, I just basically, I'm like, okay, I'm not listening right now. And I
Yeah,
say it, and they know, but sometimes, like even now, somebody's been trying to tell me something, but I'm not listening right now because I'm doing the live stream,
right.
right? If I sit and focus for 10 seconds and grab my paper and write, I will know what this person's saying. But
I do that
uh,
all the time.
right.
Like when I'm
So
in a live stream, if I'm in somebody's live stream who isn't like, all right, for example, I'm over at Cab's live stream, right? You know how much shit I get coming to me for either Cab or people in his live stream that I just want to like blurt out and say, hey, but I don't. I mean,
A
it's a
lot.
constant thing coming toward, that keeps coming at me. But I know when and where to acknowledge it and
A lot
because
because it's
a lot of
happened
times
to
I
me.
just have to, ignore it and say, well, this ain't the time or place. You know what I'm saying?
right. And I sometimes it's not, but sometimes you can't ignore it. Like especially like that when we
No,
were on.
sometimes you can't ignore it.
I if
I
it's
can't.
something new, I try not to ignore it uh, because if it's something new and I ignore it, I feel like they won't give me that again. So if it's something new, like this happened with Alicia, where I saw her kitchen, which is why I just had to ask who the heck had this kind of kitchen, was because it was something new for me. And A, I wanted to make sure
And
it
we've
was
just been
really
talking about
happening.
it.
And B, I wanted to make sure that the spirits were acknowledged for showing it to me so that they would do it again, or like if they needed to.
Well, it's
But
been my experience that if it's important enough, they will come back with it again eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like us. Like, okay, say mom and dad are in the kitchen having a discussion. The kid comes in and needs to say something to mom and dad. Well, they're going to know to wait their turn. And then when they're done with their thing, they'll go, so what was it you wanted? And then you tell them. It's the same concept. If they have something that important to say, they will be patient and wait and come back when it's more prudent. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. It's happened to me sitting in. Oh my God.
See, that's part of your character, Christina. You want to please, like, right here and now. You know what I'm saying? You're one that, oh, it's got to be done now. It's got to be done now. It's got to be done now. You know what I'm saying? It just keep in mind, it doesn't have to be done right now every time. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
well, like I said, I don't do it every time because, like, right now, talking, right, I haven't acknowledged that I'm hearing what they're saying because I'm doing something.
Right.
But like I said, that was new for me. I never walked through someone's house, like,
Right.
crazy to me. It wasn't like a regular message.
I still never walked. I've been doing it over 50 years, and I've never walked through somebody's house.
Spirits.
Yeah,
We've just
like,
been talking about the spiritual side of decided to help her out because she said she would like to do that.
So fun things I haven't even done yet. I
Remember,
mean,
watch
I've
what you ask
had
for.
moments where I could see a immediate area where somebody's at and describe it, but doing a walkthrough, never done it.
yeah. Well,
It's
that's what was
crazy.
weird. I was standing in the kitchen, and then we went off to the living dining room area, and that's why I got her on Messenger. I'm like, "Is this how your kitchen's laid out and whatever?" And when she showed me the pictures, I was like, "Holy crap!" Like I couldn't believe.
Right.
I explained her kitchen to her. I was like, "You have a dark wood furniture piece in your next to, like, where your sofa would be." She's like, "Oh yeah, that's what my TV's on." And I'm like, "What the hell?" Like I like literally was going, and I was like, I walked through your whole house, not your bedrooms, but I went from the kitchen to the dining and living room area, and like, and then we were back in the kitchen, and they opened this drawer, either the third or fourth drawer, and they were like, "Oh, um, like,
Right.
obviously, since that was the only thing that moved besides me, I was thinking there was some kind of meaning to that drawer opening.
That's
Um,
like Misty's house. I know how it's laid out.
you know, um, but yeah, that had never happened to me before, where I was like able to walk, I guess, with the spirit through somebody's house. Um, so yeah, yes, cleaning is meditative for me. The drive super.
The difference, like Danny said, is spirit walking, and then there's remote viewing. Remote viewing is where you're there
Yeah.
and you know you're there. Like you see yourself there, or you know that you are there personally.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see, I didn't see myself. It was like I was seeing
Well,
through
you don't
my
necessarily have
eyes.
to see yourself. You just have to know that it's you, that you're the one
Right.
walking through the house.
Well, I was seeing through my eyes, but it was like I was being taken there. So I knew somebody
Right.
else was there who took me there. It wasn't like I went by myself to her house. Like,
Remote viewing is viewing with your mind in a location other than where you are at.
yeah.
It also is that you know there's a difference between being there and not being there and doing the same thing.
Well, I looked it up and did a little research on it, and um, it it explains it as it's a way to view a place or person that's in somewhere other than the area the viewer is in.
Right.
So it's being able to use your mind, your third eye or whatever, to see something in another place.
Right.
All right. Well, I've definitely done that
Yeah.
several times actually.
I had never went
And
and walked through somebody's house, you know,
well,
and
the first time I ever done it, it was on my
hi
live stream.
Cody.
It was on my live stream when we was talking about these missing kids and stuff. And next thing you know, boom, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, literally, and well, not literally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there on live stream, but yet I'm I'm walking around this cabin in the woods with the shed, and I mean, can tell you where the trees are, and it just was crazy. You know, I've never had that happen till then, and then I like, and Sherry was there, and she was seeing the same stuff I was, so she was there too. But anyway, and then I happened again. I don't know, a couple days later, and I'm like, "This is gonna be a regular thing or what?" Apparently, it is because now I'm like, you know, if it comes to me, and you know, I don't just go ask for it. I don't just explore people's places and all that just to be doing it. There's always a
Right.
reason why I go. Like Boomer said that there's a reason why they showed you or why you was there. It either will come out now or it will come out later, but it will come.
Right.
And it's like, you know, it's like to me the other night. I don't know what was we doing. I don't remember. I don't know if I was on panel. I think I was, but anyway, I said no. I was in the chat. I said something about is this how it's laid out? Blah 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 blah. And I think it was to Diane. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I
what
think
I
you were
was
talking
seeing,
to Diane about the spirit in her
right?
backyard, no?
Something I don't remember. But anyway, I uh, I do know that it was like I was there, you know, basically seeing it, but I was sitting here in my chair. So I mean, it can happen anytime, I guess. I
Right.
just hope it don't happen while I'm driving no more right now, anyways. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Ain't doing
Well,
nothing dangerous. I hope it don't do
yeah. Well, like I said, I've had, you know, a thought of something like a picture, a standstill picture. They show me those a lot, but never where I'm able to walk through a whole house, like a whole first floor of a house and explain it to someone. Like, no. Uh, that's a little different than just a picture, you know? Like, or a thought. Like I said, the newest one was I was sitting talking to Kim, and I said, Kim, I just heard, like, I just got a thought. Don't feed the mouse. That's for you. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I'm like, I get a feeling it's a spirit mouse. And so she went and asked her spirit guide because she was downstairs. She went upstairs. She goes, you know, and the spirit guide goes, yeah, you have a female mouse here, spirit. And she's like, I do. Its name is Ivy. And I'm like, yeah, that's all I heard. Don't feed the mouse. and and I knew it was for her, right? And I knew that wasn't my thought because where would that come from? Like that would be the last thing I'm thinking about is to tell somebody don't feed the mouse, you know. Um, So it's just things like that. You know it's not your thought. You know it's for the person you just talk to or whatever.
Right.
And it's something that you have to tell them. 'Cause obviously the mouse wanted her to know that the mouse was there, you know?
Hi, Cody. Hi, Cody. Sorry.
Spirit mice, that's just great. Yes. You know. I get a lot of birds, snakes, all sorts of things when I'm crossing over. A lot of birds, though. Red birds, blue birds, parrots in a cage, like they look like they were twins. I was like, what?
Hey, what's good, Cody?
So, yeah, that was my latest one this morning.
Well, it wasn't just a lady in the backyard. It was something to do with I think it had something to do with her house. I'm not really sure. Kelly, I don't get it. I'm gonna play boomer like this. I don't get in that because starters, I'm not out there. You know, I'm like I do YouTube and stuff, but very few people knew that how I was. I didn't tell anybody how I was till I was 43 years old.
She's not emotionally adapt to it either.
Right. Yeah, it's something that I can't. It's something that I don't. It's something I would love to do, but maybe I'm afraid to do it. I don't know. But
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're not emotionally adapt,
right.
whatever the fuck that word is, and yeah, it's like it,
It's
it
been
takes a
time for
toll
2
on a
episodes.
person.
Right. And I
Yeah,
think that I would get too emotional through it. I don't know that I could
yeah.
do it. I have thought about it. I've got a friend that's missing, been missing for several years. She's not a real close friend or anything like that, but she is a friend. And I've had some people help me with that. Turn it into her family. I've heard nothing back from them.
Yes,
So
make the call, Cody.
I haven't heard nothing back from them, so I don't know, but all of us pretty much hit pretty close to the same spot.
Yep.
So I mean, the people who I brought in it are very very good at this same thing, and that's all I'm gonna say because they asked me not to give their names, and I'm not. So
Stella says make the call. Whoever the hell Stella is.
Well, I'm telling you, for 2 weeks
Stella.
now, they've been telling him to make that call. You're on the right path. You're on the right road with that. Go for it. Planning on it probably in the morning. Well, there you go. Don't put it off. In fact, I'm going to message you tomorrow morning to remind you.
Diane, it's your eye. It's probably the spirit showing you who they are. They will show you their face, and
I'm putting
one
popcorn on.
that has been there that day, more likely, or just dropped in to say hello or whatever. They'll pop in and show you their face and stuff. That's not remote viewing, no. It's your third eye.
No, that's more like what we were talking about, like a little telepathic, where they're sending pictures to her to show her they're
Right.
there.
It can
All
be
this
it
stuff.
can
Yeah.
well, any form of communication with the spirits is, and if you're not talking, is telepathic. I mean, if you're hearing them and there's nobody else is hearing them but you that's sitting there by you, it's telepathically happening.
Right, right.
So even with the pictures, that's telepathic, yes.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
he
But
asked if it was
sometimes
her
people do
eye,
hear them with their ears and not
right,
through their third eye. Because
Well, I
at
actually do
first,
both. I hear
that's how
both
I was
ways.
hearing them. Right. But at
Right,
first, that's how I was hearing them, only through the ear. Now I can get their messages through the mind. So
right. I hear
before
both
it
ways
wasn't
too. It
telepathic.
just
They were
depends.
literally, they were using my ear and the frequency I would hear them.
It just
But,
depends on which one wants to do it that way. Which way they
right.
want to
I've
do it.
never
They
heard
want to
them
do it
with my
telepathic
ears.
or hear it. I'd rather do it telepathically because
I
I hear it better.
I don't recall ever hearing them with my ears. It's always been voices in my head.
And she asked if it was remote viewing or a third eye. Sometimes I close my eyes and people's faces are just popping in one at a time. People I don't know.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
not remote
that's
viewing.
no.
No,
It's
remote viewing is like experiencing, seeing something like it. Um, it there's a different feeling. It now when you're seeing images in your head as if you're having a dream, that's telepathic. That's somebody transmitting that information to you telepathically. Now, if
right,
you're feeling like you're there watching and observing with your own eyes in a place, that is remote viewing.
right. Where you can see the another thing is, can you see anything around them, like the whole room that they're in? That's a remote viewing thing. If you
Well,
can't,
like I said,
then it's telepathic.
I did it the first time. The remote viewing was I was literally in
Right,
Nalisha's kitchen. I walked around the kitchen. I saw the whole layout. Then I went into the
Right.
living room. I knew where the
right.
door was to go from her kitchen
We
to
were just answering
the living.
Diane's question, is all.
That's what we were saying. We was trying to,
Right. Well, I
so
was
she
just
understood the
explaining. Like
difference.
that's what it looks like. It looks like you're walking through a place that you've never been. But not only one picture. Like you literally, I went. It was like, and it was a good like 30 seconds of them showing me her apartment.
All right.
Right. Well, Diane, I mean, they may be showing you land or something for a reason. It's hard to explain. It's like remote viewing. You see it clearly. Like you can tell them where their
You
subway
almost
doors
feel like
at.
you're there.
Right. It's almost like you're there. It's like you can tell them where their glasses are in the cabinet, stuff like that. If you can see them, if the cabinet's open, whatever. Or
Right.
or
It's
open
like
for that matter.
if you're seeing it like from a bird's eye view, as if you're hovering over it, looking around, and you can see 360 and all that. That's more or less what remote viewing would be like.
Yes.
But if it's just you see these images, whether it's still images or moving images in your mind, that's something different.
Right.
Now, what my remote viewing, I actually am walking around. Um, I'm not hovering over it. I'm actually walking around the place. Like it's almost like I'm,
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
The
that was me.
and,
I was
and you
like
can see
walking
things like
around the apartment like I
I
was in
can
her.
tell them, if I see their front porch, I can tell them how the front porch is laid out, or I can tell them where the shed's at, or where the gazebo's at, or whatever. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
um, I've done that a few times here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just
So basically, if you can control what you see and where you're which way you're looking, most that would be more remote viewing. If you can't control what um what you're looking at, then that's more or less they're just projecting that image to you, which is telepathic.
Mm-hmm.
Because one you control, the other you don't. That's the
Right.
simplest way to know the difference. If you can control what you're looking at, then it's remote viewing. If you're not the one controlling the images and which way you look and stuff like that, that's more or less they're projecting that to you through telepathic means.
Right. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I just know when I first done it, I was like, wait, what? What's going on here? like I was looking around like, okay, I'm seeing all this, but I'm not really here. Am I really here? It was crazy.
Yeah,
I
because
knew
you
I was
actually
all
feel like you're
alone.
standing wherever you are.
Right. So I mean, it was just. It's like, well, the one I was explaining, I was on the in chat, and they were talking about they were going to go to the cemetery, or they had a place they was going to go. They didn't say cemetery. Sorry,
That
they
is
said
crazy, Kelly.
that they were going to go and do an investigation, and yeah, uh, remember, you know the one I'm talking about. Oh God, Daryl and your other brother Daryl. I just went blank. Derek. Derek was going to go with them. They were teasing Derek about we got a surprise for you, blah blah blah. And I said, wherever you're going tomorrow, there's this house. I said it's a white house, and I explained them to a T what this house would look like. I said there's a gazebo beside the house, and I said I see a man and woman standing on the front porch waving at me, and I said it's because that's the house that they used to have. I said they're spirits, and I said, but I can tell you that this is what this house looks like all the way around it, the whole 9 yards. And I said it's going to be really close to the cemetery, if not right beside it. And so we don't know of a house or anything like that. I said, well, just keep in mind what I told you, and then tell me if I'm right, because I said, I don't know if I am. I said, I'm just telling you what I see. And I said, but they're telling me that they are buried in that cemetery that you're going to. So they go to the cemetery and all that, and they get done. And well, come to find out, the house is right beside it. There's like a driveway road type in between it. It goes into the cemetery. Cemetery. They were buried in the cemetery. The house had a gazebo, the whole 9 yards. And they like to crap their pants when they seen that everything was where I said it was at, and all that. So how do I don't know. Only I can say it's remote viewing is because how I see stuff like that. And I don't always, it just has to happen. It's not something that I say, hey, I want to do this right now. Let's do this. It doesn't happen that way. It
Right.
happens when it wants to. I haven't learned to hone that one for sure.
Now, listen to this. Kelly also saw a whole bunch of parade of people last night, which was
I
new
know I've
to
seen
her.
that.
And Diane has seen that a few times, but that was the first time that Kelly did it, and it seems that both happened last night. We both got that vision that was like the same, like a parade of people
Is it a
in our
possibility
head
maybe it's people that's crossing over and they are seeing the line for it, or I don't know.
in the early morning. And well, it was the same day, you know.
Yeah, Kelly, I don't know. I can't explain it either. Seen the
Hi,
same.
Yeah,
Midas. How are you, honey?
Hi, Kevin.
that doesn't sound like remote viewing if you're only seeing faces. Because in remote viewing, you can see everything as it is.
Yeah, they'd be
Like
Right.
all in the same place. Yeah.
it's like walking outside your door and looking around. It's just like that. When you uh when you walk by somebody on the street, you're not seeing just their faces. You're seeing everything. You're seeing them. You're seeing the surroundings. Everything that your eye can bring in is what you see. So if
Right.
you're just seeing faces, most likely that would be a telepathic image being um, uh, received
I
by someone else. You know what I'm saying? They're showing you these faces. You're not seeing them yourself. They're showing them to you in your mind.
Yeah, they're showing them, but they both had the same parade of people. She wasn't thinking it was remote viewing. She was just saying it was new to her. Closed her eyes, see what was up, and see if her guides had anything to say, and then she got this parade of people. That she got it at night. Diane got it early morning. Same thing. They have the same
Um,
rolling image
okay,
of
maybe it
parade.
has something to do with the people who died in Las Vegas, or I mean, I don't know. You think about that. There were several people that got killed there.
But they're in
They
so
got
they're in different places, and neither one of them is in Las Vegas. I don't know. It's a weird thing, huh?
Night, Scott.
well, simply put, Diane,
Night,
to touch on your comment, it's not about what you see; it's about how you see it.
right.
When you
Right.
see something with your physical eye, you're seeing everything. For one, it's all three dimensional. You can turn your head. I can turn my head, see my desk area. I can turn my head, see the fan. You know, like if you can see 360, you're looking around yourself and controlling what you see. That would be remote viewing. If you're not the one controlling what you see and you're just seeing it because somebody's showing you something, that that's the um psychic connection.
Yep.
You're seeing what somebody else is showing you.
Right.
And it could be it was meant for both of them to see it. I mean, they know each
Right.
other in chats. They're around each other. Their energy, you can pretty much feel it. Um,
Your guides, and this might be something either one of you can ask your guides
I
if
know what
you're
you're saying.
connected
I
to
agree.
your guides, that maybe your guides are connected. And that's why
Right.
they told you the same thing.
Right. Like me and Christina's is, and Boomer's and Danny's, and
Right. Because Mary and I, our wolves are connected. They're family. So is Tina's, so is
so
Evie.
is our elemental.
Right. But um well, like Evie doesn't have an elemental, she only has a wolf. So but
Yeah.
there's still
Right.
a
But
connection,
yes, our
you know?
wolves are connected. Yes.
So one of your guides might be connected. They might have known each other in a last life. They might be related,
Right.
which is why you're getting similar visions. And say the same things in chat. So yeah, I would ask if your guides are connected.
That's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, I would say that they are. I would say that they have some kind of that their spirit knows each other, and that their energy is entwined somewhere along the line. It could be
Right.
anywhere from past life
Right.
to this life.
Because your guides follow you, whether they
You
were
both drive
alive
Jeep
with you at
Liberty.
one point or you're deceased at different points, and they're with you as guides, or opposite, vice versa. You're their guide when they're alive. But I feel that they're connected with us because we go through every life with them in some kind of way. Both have a twin flame dynamic. Ah. I'll never forget how one fellow looked. Wow, that's crazy, Diane. Yeah, everybody's connected somehow. Some people more than others, though.
I'm not connected to anyone. I'm a lone wolf. Or should I say lone dragon?
When she's here, you do.
If you
I
were
think
a
it's
lone dragon, then nobody would come talk to you. So obviously you have some kind of connection. Maybe all the people you're truly connected with have passed. That's why you're so connected with spirit.
I have a dragon spirit that connects me.
Oh, well, there you go.
His name is AT&T. Boomer's got jokes.
well, I don't think I know what type of person she's talking about.
The what?
Diane, what she said about boss. Is that
But bask.
it?
You ever heard that it's basking in the sun, kind of? So someone who's basked is someone who's spent a lot of time out in the fields working,
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
like a sheep herder. They got that leathery skin and dark
Yeah.
leathery skin.
It's kind of dried up. And, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that. That's what a bask-looking person is.
Okay.
Yeah, very tan. Like Diane said, like olive skin.
Yeah,
Like
and
most.
Boomer's right. It's like very leathery and like cracked, and
Yeah,
because of that, it's dry, right? So it has like a white chalkiness to it.
yeah. Any kind of profession that works mainly outdoors, Cody. Whether you're a roofer, a farmer, a sheep herder, the ones that spend more than 90% of their time outdoors could become Basque. Yeah. Google Basque sheep herder, she says.
I'd never heard of it. Why? I'm glad you told me.
Yeah.
You all right there, Boomer? Sound like me?
No. Hang on, I gotta mute.
All right.
How do I mute?
Down at the bottom it says mute.
Barker?
Do what? What was that, Christina?
Oh, Evie texted me something, and I just wanted to look at it.
No, but I heard something.
That was the phone.
Oh, the voice?
Oh,
male
then it was
voice
my
was
son.
the
My son's home, and he's on his game, so it's probably
Oh, okay.
yeah, no.
Maybe it was that. I don't know, but the male voice, I know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it probably was. But yeah, I'm just like I'm curious. Like maybe your guides are connected. Everything
I
is
think maybe they are.
I find this
And that's why I always have a bucket nearby. Ugh, sorry about that, guys. Just came on suddenly.
oh,
All
that's
right,
right.
remember
You okay?
Ugh,
what happens.
I should be. I just gotta sip some Pepsi over here.
um
I
I
just
find
got
this
to
stuff
feel better.
super interesting. Like I can ask them questions all day if I, you know, but I don't want to drive them nutty either. I to only ask them like what I feel is real important to know. um, but yeah, but
Ugh.
there you go. They're all coming. They are not here. There you go, Kelly.
I'm having tacos for supper.
Oh,
And,
my Jack's
yeah,
gonna come over there and visit you then because he loves tacos.
excuse me.
Who is?
My spirit Jack here, he loves tacos. When Danny makes them, he's
Oh, let's
there.
not
Now
talk
you
about
said it,
food right
he's
now.
gonna be there. He's like, what? She's having tacos and we just had popcorn and Cheerios? No, I'm going to Mary's house.
Keep talking about food. I'm gonna have to get off here.
No, we'll do it. We'll stop. Boomer, you got the flu or something?
I don't know. Just something suddenly hit me, though.
Oh, crap.
Well, we talked about like the telepathic feeling of um, like words that are not our own or thoughts that are not our own or pictures. Has anybody got smell?
Yes.
Yep.
Like I can't smell for shit because I have sinus problems. So that
It
wouldn't be
was.
the thing they would give
I
me.
don't
But
smell for shit unless
It,
something comes up that I don't normally smell, like cigarette smoke or
right.
like my mom's perfume, because she always wore this musk at Javon Musk. She wore that, and she wore there was another one she wore. Every once in a while, I'll get a hint of that.
well,
Um,
I have a story about that a few years ago. I can't remember his name. I think his name was.
I don't have it yet.
Um, he was a guy who used to come into my live streams all the time back in the day from Poland, and I, I was picking up something on him, and I started smelling like sour apple, like apple jelly, stuff like that. And he goes, "Yeah, my mom used to make apple jelly and canned all kinds of stuff and everything." I was like, "Yeah, because I'm having a real strong smell of apple jelly or something like that. Apples, heavy, heavy apples." So I was actually picking up that smell, which she was, you know, sending me as a way to identify her for
Right.
for Tom.
And that's another sign of that's another part of telepathy is the
Hmm.
smell. And because they're sending you, it's just transmitting person to spirit. That's what it means, right? And that spirit is transmitting that from their memory to you, so
Yep.
that they could describe something. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, I can't smell because of my sinuses, so that wouldn't be the first thing that I would get ever, Um, but so that's not one that I have had yet. Um, Oh, there you go, Diane. So you get the smells too. James, she's just telling you what she wants, huh? I'm in the mood for coffee. I'm in the mood for French fries. um, yeah, and then the other one is touch. So, how many people have been touched?
You mean being able to telepathically read from an item that you touch? Is that what you're talking about?
No, no. Now this is they
Or
say it's
people
part of
feeling touch?
mediumship. They say it's part of mediumship. If you can feel like a touch from a spirit.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that I have experienced.
Yeah,
I've
that's what I thought.
I've experienced being touched. Sarah used to play with my hair when I would look before I started sleeping upstairs in my bedroom. For some odd reason,
It
I never
happens
wanted to sleep
every
up
night
here.
to me.
I would
Every night.
sleep on I would sleep on the couch, and I'd be laying there, and I'd wake up with the feeling of somebody running their fingers through my hair, and that's when I first discovered Sarah. As a matter of fact, I started asking, "Who's touching me? Who's like playing with my hair when I'm trying to sleep?" And blah 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 blah, and that's where it all started with Sarah, and then after that, I discovered others. But yeah, touch is one of them. Smell is another.
Yeah. Because yeah, like I get a lot of little like spider webs, little hands climbing up on my legs. Um Jack is famous for, just letting me know he's here. He'll pat my head. Um on my arms and my face. There you go. Like, but I usually get like I know that it's not like you could tell because I'll be sitting here and all of a sudden I'll feel somebody like pull on my pant leg and I'll know
Right.
my pant leg is not going to move by itself from me not just sitting here and not, you
Yeah.
can tell it's a tug on your pant leg, or you could tell that it's like a little hand touching you to
You,
climb up on your lap. I
you
can always
know,
tell when Jack taps me on the head.
who's ever been licked by a cat before? You know that feeling of like, because cats have these little like burr like um things on their tongues or whatever.
Yeah.
You know how it feels like real rough when a cat licks you?
Yeah.
Now, I had woke up in the middle of the night before having that feeling on the bottom of my feet, like a cat is licking the bottom of my feet. It like I get that tickle feeling, but it's not like somebody's tickling me with the fingers. It felt more like being licked by a cat's tongue on the bottom of my feet.
Yeah.
That's only happened probably about 8 times since I lived here in the last 15 years, but it has happened.
Yeah. I know Mary, the ex-boyfriend who hangs out there, must.
I had that feeling every night being touched. My arms, my face, my hair. Every night I have to tell him, if you see that, I said, look, stop. You're making me itch, making me, I mean, it makes you jerk and everything else because, it's what they're doing, but
Did you just call
still,
me a jerk?
boomer. But it just makes you,
My
makes you itchy.
Yeah.
arms and
No,
face.
well, maybe because I'm fully dressed, maybe if they would be touching me when I had on my arms, when I had no, like when I had a tank top on or something, I might get that like weird feeling. But just the tap on the head, which I know is Jack, I told him you're the only one allowed to tap me on the head. But the little ones, either tugging on my pant leg or I'll feel their little hands as they climb up on me. That's that I know that it's them. That's not a normal feeling of little hands touching your legs. What am I
Right.
thinking?
Fox, the cutest dog in the West.
How are you, Lori? How was your New Year? Happy New Year to you.
I know what
I
you're
can't
thinking.
tell. I can't tell what you're thinking because I do telepathy
I
with
I can
spirit.
tell what she's thinking. She's thinking that Boomer D guy is so full of shit. She's thinking, I wish I had his power. Look, all you gotta do is thrust your fist in the air and scream, by the power of Grayskull, and then you'll have the power.
I'm called Diane Grammar Police. I'm sorry, Diane. I'm sorry you're gonna have to. It's a big issue with me because I never use them right.
What is?
You're gonna be correct.
That was like an hour ago.
I know. I'm just telling. I was busy,
Oh.
and you've been talking, so I didn't interrupt you.
I bought a cat.
I've been talking. I haven't said a thing yet. Okay.
Full of it. Hi, Fox.
Good night, Cody. Much love to you.
Night, Cody.
Is that what he said, Kelly? It's an emergency. The cat licked my hand.
That's funny.
Fox, is she?
Happy New Year, Fox.
Mm-hmm. Well, Happy New Year to you, sweetheart. Are you going to walk the doggies? That's late, but probably. I think it's earlier where you are, isn't it?
That would be funny, Kelly.
I wish you luck, and like I said, I'll message you to see how it all went and if you remembered and didn't procrastinate tomorrow.
9 a.m., Cody, is the best time to call him. No, 6:52 p.m.
Oh yeah,
What's
so it
that?
is earlier because it's 8:53 here or 8:52 when you would have wrote that. So um it's earlier there, so you could still walk the doggies. See here by 9 o'clock, who wants to walk the doggies? 7 o'clock is still okay to walk the doggies.
That's the day a 38-year-old is saying.
Kelly. That's what I was feeling early in the morning. Yep. Yep. Trying to catch up on some channels I haven't been able to watch. You were here in my feed, so hi. Hi. Yeah, we missed you yesterday. We did some readings. Hopefully we'll catch you next week for Wednesday. Give the little doggies kisses. So yeah, is there any other aspects that you've come across, Boomer?
Aspects of.
So we did touch. What about sounds? I think that would be one too. Sounds, right? Where they give you
Oh,
a certain sound
good.
as a message, and then you'd be like,
Yeah. Yeah. Like, all right, if somebody's trying to um describe, say, a car accident that happened, um sometimes I'll actually hear the sound of the crushing metal, the sound of the squeaking brakes, and things like that when they're trying to describe a scene with sound.
what about you, Mary? Sounds? Mary, oh, Mary's here somewhere. um, I haven't heard sound. I heard weird sounds like sometimes on the spirit box when I used to use the spirit box for communication. Like so totally phone ringing, um, whistles, bells, money dropping into the cup when they were talking about a beggar. Like I've heard things like that on the spirit box. I haven't heard telepathically sounds yet, besides audio, just voice sounds.
Right.
Nothing like, uh, like them giving me like a phone ringing to know like, someone's gonna call or something. Although, like I said, when I was when I was in that daydream meditation, they did have a song playing. And I felt the song was a message, but I don't know if that's the same as just a random spirit walking by. They actually had a message for me, like just like a random spirit coming when they're doing a crossover and giving me a sound I have never had.
Well, a rule of thumb I always go by is if I can see it clear, if I can hear it loud and clear, or if I smell it, if the smell is very strong, there's a reason for it. Like, you wouldn't be hearing it if it didn't mean something. It would sound more like a muffled background thing if it was just, not, if there wasn't a message in it.
Right,
If you can hear like clear lyrics of a song in in one of those, you know um images you're getting,
right,
then you got to pay attention to the lyrics of that song. If you can hear it clear, then there's a reason for that.
right. Because I heard the lyrics of the song, and right away I was like, "Damn, I haven't heard that song in a long time." And then I'm like, "Is that John Legend?" And I had to look and see the meaning behind why John Legend wrote that song, and then I could then I was like, okay, then is that what they mean? What he was meaning when he wrote the song, like,
Usually it's more specific. They want you to hear the specific lyrics, the words that are being said.
yeah,
Is where the is where the message is. Yeah, I know they can be very cryptic sometimes, and you have to kind of. But when it comes to hearing things being said or something set, lyrics sung in a song, it's more they're talking about the specific words being said is what you need to pay attention to. Not so much the meanings behind it
right,
as much, but um, let's say uh, the lyrics of the song was "I see you now," blah 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 blah. All right, they're saying they see you now,
right,
literally. Okay, take those ones literal for the most part. They're saying I see you now. They're just
right.
putting it across to you in the form of lyrics because a lot of times it's easier to do that than verbally give you a message.
Oh, That's a good that's probably you're probably right, Boomer. I took it like maybe they're trying to tell me the reason, behind the song was how he written it. Like, so I was like trying
Yeah, don't overthink it.
to
No, seriously, like you don't want to overthink those ones because
Right.
usually the message is right there in front of your face. It's right there in the lyrics. It's in the words of the lyrics. You don't like those ones you don't have to overthink. Now if it's a visual image, sometimes you have to decrypt what the image means. I mean, sometimes it's literally just a bike. But
Right.
sometimes bike could be representative of something. The bike could be representative of travel or something like that. But sometimes it is literal. That's where you start asking questions,
Right.
and they give you another image in relation to that. If you see a bunch, like if they keep showing you one bike after another, it's a bike. Okay. If they're showing you a bike, a motorcycle, a car, a train, blah blah blah, it's about travel.
Right.
The visual images sometimes are very cryptic, and you have to decipher what they're saying in that image. So the best thing you can do is ask for more images. And if the images keep being repeated the same, then okay, it's about a bike. They're trying to give you a message about a bike. Did you have a bike when you were a child that you or something like that? You know what I mean? But
Right.
if you ask for, if you ask them to, could you elaborate on that? What do you mean? And they start showing you, a moped, a motorcycle, a skateboard. They're showing you different modes of transportation. So it has to do with transportation or travel. Maybe you're going to be traveling somewhere, or maybe they're saying now's not the right time to travel, whatever. Those are the ones you have to decipher. But usually it's pretty literal when they're having you hear an audible sound. If it's loud and clear, you hear those lyrics, don't go there, whatever. They're saying, don't go there. Literally, don't go there. It's
Right.
not about who the artist is all the time. It's not about if there's a secret meaning to the lyrics or whatever. For the most part, every now and again, you may get that quirky one, you know, and it might be, but for the most part, it's literal. They're saying in the lyrics of that song, they're telling you with those words
Right.
what the message is.
Hmm.
It's not always cryptic.
It's yeah. Because
Um,
sometimes the visions, especially those ones that are like download spiritual vision where it's like 5 hours long, those are played like a play and it's very cryptic sometimes. And
yeah,
not so much that it's cryptic only too, it's like you have to figure out the meaning of it. It's like a lesson to you almost, especially those
right,
like spiritual visions. So you have to do a lot of digging. So you're used
right.
to it. So to get something easy, you're like, no, there must be a hidden meaning. It can't just mean whatever the song is saying.
No, for the most part, it is literal when it comes to
Yeah.
them being verbal with you.
Well, yeah, the verbal
Now,
part, right.
as well as I do, it's hard. It's hard for them to communicate verbally,
Yeah.
especially the newly departed. They had there's a lot of learning to be had when you passed over,
Right.
and communicating is one of the hardest they do. So they find other methods. They play a song in your head that you're familiar with, and if if you're hearing the lyrics louder than the music, the message is in the lyrics. Sometimes if you hear the music louder than the message may be cryptic somewhere in the music notes, somewhere in the music, the
Right.
beat or the rhythm or something like that. But if you're hearing, you know, take me down to Paradise
I heard the song
City,
play exactly
you know,
like you would
so
hear it play on the radio.
right,
You know, it was like,
right, and the lyrics are very clear and audible. Yeah,
hmm
so it's. Oh, my camera's doing some weird clicking. What's going on? Why are you resetting? Nobody told you to reset. That was weird. My camera just reset on its own for no reason.
Are you sure the camera reset on its own, or the spirit was like, I gotta show myself. I'm gonna press this button so that I can run through the
Oh,
house.
there's no
I'm just
button
messing
set
with
up
you.
for it. But it did that once before too. Earlier today, it reset and then it defaulted to
Yes, Diane.
looking three. It was looking at the wall when it stopped, and I had to manually reset the position after it did that, and
Hmm.
now it just did it again, but it defaulted to its original position this time.
Oh,
That's weird. It's not. You're not supposed to do that.
you're gonna have to look,
Mm.
you know, write down the time and just see if there was something right before that, or were you looking at it?
Well, I was like, it doesn't show anything on the monitor. Like like I've been sitting here looking at the monitor
Oh,
for
okay.
them. All it did was like it clicks off with a message saying camera's disconnected, and then boom, once the camera connects again, it comes back. That's all it
I
does.
got you, Diane.
But
Yes.
it's weird.
Boomer, by the way, the other night when you left the stream running, I did put a I saw a weird like flash of light go by, and I put it in the chat like the timestamps.
Where? On what camera?
Okay, so I took a screenshot of it too because you know I'm weirdo like that. And I'm pretty sure it was this camera, so wait. This phone, so wait. Because I
Up in the
wrote it.
left hand corner, it tells you what number camera.
Yeah. I took a screenshot of my
Okay.
timestamp and the camera. I wrote it. I wrote it. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. Let's look at the screenshot. Camera. Oh, no. I want the screenshots. Where are you? Oh, here. No. Mm,
Yeah, because all I need is not the timestamp of the live stream, but the timestamp on
No.
the
I wrote the
camera. I can
timestamp
get
of the
back.
camera because you
Okay.
told me. Okay, it wasn't on this phone, so it must be on this phone. I forgot what phone I took the screenshot on. Forgot what phone I was watching you from.
Fuck. What night was that again?
Well, it will probably tell me on the screenshot. No, wait a second.
When did I do?
So,
It was Monday night, right?
probably. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Does it tell me what day it was? Monday. Yeah, Monday.
It was
Um,
Monday.
yeah, it says the screenshot was
On
Monday because it was, I guess, late
okay,
at night. It was 2 in the morning or something, right?
right.
So
Monday morning on camera number
cam number 2. So is that your bedroom?
living room. Cam 2 is the living room.
Okay, wait. Let me see.
All right, so I got that open.
Oh, maybe
And
it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it was your bedroom, but I can't see because your away message was on there. I think
If
you're
the
just
away message was in the way, yeah. Was it the top left corner? That would be the bedroom. That's
yeah,
cam
yeah.
one.
Okay, camera.
Okay, so that
So
would be camera one. Okay.
okay, and it
The
says
bedroom is camera one.
right around this time, because by the time I typed in and I can't go back, right around 2:34:40.
Okay.
So let's just look a few, seconds before, a minute before that, and start at a minute before that time just to see. But it was like a weird shoot of light. Now I understood there was also like at 2:33:40 on that same camera a weird puff of smoke, and I was like, well, maybe that's Boomer's smoke. But it looked like a weird anomaly, but then I'm like, maybe it's just the way the light was or whatever. So I don't know about that, but that was same camera right before that time, 2:33:40. So maybe just look at that like little time frame. There was something going on in your room, I think. Yep, I did write it in the chat, but I know by the time you got up, it was probably if other people typed, forget it. And I think Cassie came in, so I was talking to her, so we were chitty chatting a little bit too.
Yeah, I saw you guys had quite the conversation at the end there.
Um,
All
but
right. So that was what? The 31st, right?
now
Monday
asking too much.
is
Just asking too much. Mary, what happened? You're still here? She's still here, but I don't hear any
no,
noise.
Monday was the 30th. Because yesterday was the first, right? Tuesday, or not yesterday, but Tuesday. No, Wednesday was the first. Tuesday's 31st. Monday was the 30th.
Yeah, because it was the middle of the night, so it was early Monday. Yeah, so early Monday.
All right.
See, I was kind of paying attention, Boomer.
All right, we got 8:50 p.m. So that was all right. Let me turn that on so I can hear what's going on.
I think maybe Mary went to sleep on us. She was like, no, screw this shit.
And you said around 2 a.m. that day?
Oh, here comes Mary back
2
again.
a.m. in the morning? All right.
You have to close the other one out.
Oh, okay. Now you're good, Mary?
Did you get it?
I just removed it. I removed it from the stage. Should I boot
You're
it?
gonna have to. You're gonna have to kick it out.
Okay. I kicked it out.
All right. Am I here still?
Yes, now you're here.
Well, who am I here talking?
All right.
What?
And
What are we hearing?
I don't know. Boomer, are you watching
my
something?
other phone,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm searching
I thought you never got back to you.
my camera
It
history.
disappeared on my phone. I could hear y'all. Y'all wasn't hearing me, but I could hear y'all just fine. But I couldn't find you.
Oh, yeah. I was like, where'd she go? I don't hear anything. Like, it's not on mute. I couldn't. I was like, okay, maybe she stepped away and went to the bathroom. Maybe she fell asleep. But then I was like, nah, we'd hear snoring or something, right? Because if I fell asleep,
I
I
don't
know you
snore.
people would be hearing snoring. I know you would.
I don't snore.
Oh, no? Good for
Nope.
you.
Yeah,
Not even
right.
with the breathing problems, you would think you would hear, like, you might even hear a secret, because I know sometimes I talk in my too. So who knows?
Diane's resetting herself. What do you mean resetting yourself?
Diane's resetting herself.
Damn, whatever the hell that was loud.
That was loud.
No, on my
Oh,
cameras.
oh.
I'm doing the playback on the camera
He's looking
from
at the
the other
playback
night.
when I was. He went to his, to watch a show or go to sleep or whatever. Lay down, and I said I'm gonna lay down too, but I'm gonna watch still. And like I don't know, maybe like only a few minutes after he went, I saw that weird like light anomaly. One looked like a weird puff of smoke, but I go, maybe that's just like the way the TV is or whatever. I couldn't decide. But the other one was a light anomaly, like and it was unlike the other one, it didn't have a tail behind it. It was like a circle of light. So then I'm like, maybe it's not the web, it's maybe the light. We'll find out. I'll have to ask him. So I time stamped it, and I wanted to know if he looked at it, but he said he didn't see it. He didn't look at the timestamp.
Yeah, I heard you say that you saw
Now, if
something.
you would have put it in the comments below afterwards, I would have got a notification of a comment on that, and
Oh
I could have
yeah.
gone
I
through
seen
it.
one that one night, but I couldn't figure out how to. I kept trying to save it, and it wouldn't save it, and I'm like, it was too late then. I guess I forgot how.
I just looked at the timestamp really quick and put it, and I'm like, it's right around that time. Like by the time I typed in the timestamp, because I saw it and I was like, what? And then I'm like, oh, let me write what the timestamp is. That's why I said go like a minute before up to there. That's why I said go like. I was sorry. I went to look at the chat and I I forgot to turn off the sound. There you go, Diane. Now we're just going to look at some video. Hopefully, if Boomer finds it, he'll show it to us if it's something good.
All right, I gotta do something. All right.
It's going to snow. It better not freaking. Is it going to snow
It's
tonight?
already been snowing here. It snowed last night, and most of it was melted away by about 4 o'clock today, and then after 5:30, 6 o'clock, it started snowing again.
Oh, no, it's
It
not
was
going to.
almost gone, and then it had to snow again.
Not going to snow
But,
till Monday.
The
So
majority of us was
we
getting
got time.
all right.
Sunday
2 days
Monday.
ago.
I'm getting it
Yeah.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, they're letting me play it now. See, the problem is,
Oh,
here, let me pause this. The
yeah.
problem is when the live stream first converted over to video, they
Yeah.
wouldn't let me play it.
Right.
But for now, I can for some reason.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know
Well,
if
it
they had
takes
to like
because it
go
was
through and
yeah, it
fucking
was
check
such a long live
the.
stream that by time it actually like because you
No,
use the third party, right?
I'm talking the next damn day. Like yesterday, I tried to watch it and it wouldn't let me watch it. The
Oh
18-hour one I did, almost 19-hour one I did,
yeah,
still says video unavailable.
yeah. It
So,
takes a long time when you're using like
all right,
StreamYard stuff. If you do a long one,
that's not
it
what I
won't let
want.
you even watch the live chat back for a day or two. You're like, what the hell?
Well, the live chat's one thing, but I'm talking it wouldn't play the video at all.
Oh,
And it still won't. I still can't play back the other video, the 19-hour one. All right, let's see. That's all right. This is after
It has
I
snowed there.
went to
Yeah.
bed.
A little chocolate like well, James,
No,
the time is changing too because it never used to snow in Greece way back when, and now it snows at least times a year. Very little, but they get and the first time that they had a little snow, they shut down the whole entire Athens and everything. My aunt is like, "Are you crazy? It's barely a dusting." My aunt's like, "I'm going to the store," and all the old neighbors
We
are like,
normally don't get a
"Get me
lot of snow
something,"
anymore either, but
you know.
they say this one's coming's going to be a big one. I don't know. We'll know more when it gets closer.
Yeah, but
But
Indiana
we
had
got
snow
100% Sunday.
because I was at my daughter's in October and they freaking had snow
it's the
last
time
time I was
on
in
the
Indiana.
but
So
I think it was
That's up north from here.
2:34:40. Okay, 2:34:40. Um,
I love the snow, believe it or not. That's good for you. I don't like it. Well, I didn't like it more so in New York. It's not bad in the city. It doesn't snow too much. It doesn't stay too much.
2/31, 2024, 03:28 was the timestamp.
Tomato and onion.
So the 31st. It was the morning of the 31st. So let me go to morning of the 31st and start at 2:30.
But then I moved to Long Island. Long Island is like upstate, so much damn snow. And we got a storm the one year, and I had to go to work in it because my boss swore to God that they weren't gonna close. And I'm like, she's like, they never close. I'm like, I can't walk in this, you know? How there's no freaking way people can drive in it, you know? There was very few cars on the road. There was so much snow. It was literally over my knees. And I had to walk on the side of the highway. This car almost hit me because he slid off the road. I don't know why the idiot was driving. It was like 7:30 in the morning because I had to be there by 8. But I couldn't. When I hit the parking lot of the mall, it was so windy. There was so much snow that I couldn't move, that I just sat there hugging a tree, trying to get the guy who's trying to clean the parking lot to help me. I had to wait there 15 minutes till the wind died down so that I could walk again. I got to the front door of the place, walked in, and after 2 minutes, they were like, "We're closing because they're closing the highways, so the employees won't be able to get here." I was like, "Duh." Like, you know, I was so mad at her for making me go out. So mad. So yeah, since then I hate snow because I always had to go to work in it, and I was like, no.
2:30.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We've had some big snowfalls here, but it's very few and far between.
Yeah. Now, Long Island, they got a big one every year, like a big one. And that shit wouldn't melt till
Well,
spring. And it'd be all over the place. You know, and I
Snow we had was 19.5 inches.
yeah,
what?
the last big snow we had here was 19 and a half inches. One before that was like 20, 26.
Hi, Frank.
And that's when I went to, that's where me and him got together. He said hi. That's where me and Frank got together. I went to Nashville and me and my cousin did. We didn't know it was going to snow like that, you know. And we hit this ice storm in Kentucky. You know, Nashville's only 2.5 hour drive for me.
Yeah.
So we get to Kentucky, around where my family's from, my dad's family, I should say. If you want to call them family. Anyway, we get there and we hit this ice storm and we go to this little hotel. They had one room left. It was clean too. It was a little clean little place. So we went to sleep and I'm thinking, okay, we'll get up in the morning, we'll come home. That we'll give it time for the ice to melt, whatever. I get up about 5:30 more, go to the bathroom, and I'm hearing some sounds like ice. And I look out to see if it's still ice. And no, it wasn't ice. He's buried in snow.
Oh no.
I looked out there and I
Boy,
get up, he opened the door and the snow fell in the door. I'm like, oh no, no, no. We was looking at about 8, 9 inches there. And it snowed in the 6 hours we'd slept. It had to turn to snow like right after. But it was like blizzard just about. We had to get somebody, and I was in a little car, a little Cavalier car. We had to get somebody to pull us out of the driveway so we could get to the street. They had to pull us out of the parking spot and get us going. And once I hit the interstate, I followed this truck on the interstate for I creeped it about 10 miles an hour behind this semi truck, all the way through the penny route and the Interstate 24, all the way through all that, just to get home. I get home and they announced they closed the penny route down right after I come off of it.
Oh.
Thinking I just come off of it. They said, "You sure?" I said, "I'm positive."
Oh yeah, Diane, I can imagine. Kelly says it's so cold, yeah, to snow. Well, yeah, if it's under freezing, it's not gonna snow. We broke a record last week, so our snow is gone. When it's sunny, that means it's very cold. Things are being canceled for tomorrow because of the cold. So how cold is it gonna be?
Where she live? I mean, around about where she lived.
Kelly's in. Don't tell me, Kelly. Jeez Louise. Missouri. Yes? Are you in Missouri?
Yeah,
Or Mississippi? It starts with an M.
she's in
Gosh, I
Missouri.
know it starts with an M.
She's in Missouri. I'm pretty sure.
Minnesota? Or it could be Minnesota, but it's definitely an M.
No, I think it's Missouri.
Oh, no, Minnesota.
Oh,
Shit, yeah,
Minnesota.
yeah.
Okay.
Minnesota's very cold, too, yeah. Hey, listen, I knew it because I
It's
was
supposed
like,
to get in the 20s over
Missouri,
here.
Minnesota. It's with an M. With an
It's
M.
getting in the 20s here, starting what,
See, I was
Sunday?
right. We're right, James.
Saturday night, Sunday.
Monday here, but that's weird because it's going to be 31 and then it's going to drop to 25. So it's going to, when it snows, it's going to be 29 degrees. It's really weird to snow at 29 degrees because that's below freezing.
Ooh, I wish I had a fireplace.
I always wanted a fireplace. I thought,
Me too.
south of you, boy. Well, yeah, because actually you're in Minnesota. I should move up near Kelly, although I don't like the cold. But I told him, like, if you know, when my grandmother goes take her trip, I'll move somewhere a little closer in the States so that we can visit each other often. He's like, yeah, Minnesota. And I'm like, who the fuck wants to move to Minnesota? It's cold. I was like, what about the other side, the end of PA, but he's like, no, that's on the other side of Canada, not my side of Canada. I'm like, it's oh yeah, because I'm like, it always gets cold in Minnesota, doesn't it? Like it's almost like Canada because it's right on that border. But see, at least I'll know somebody in Minnesota if I go. But like I remember looking at a house in Minnesota and I'm like, that shit is just as expensive as Long Island. I should just move to Long Island. Your taxes are probably cheaper, but you know, I thought it was expensive. Oh, so you get a breeze though off the. It's not like that humidity like we have here, where you're just soaking wet, cold. Nope. High taxes. Really? So who the hell would live there then? That's what I was telling Danny. Why the hell would I move to Minnesota for snow and freezingness at that price? Like, you know. Boomer muted himself. I was wondering if he found anything, but he has a little bit to look for. Like, a price of a house in Minnesota near the Canadian border.
All right, that flash of light was me lighting a cigarette.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
because I
the
just
first
saw it.
yeah.
I saw it happen on the playback, so I just now lit my lighter again, watching the monitor. Same thing.
Oh,
So it was my lighter.
because I'm like, it didn't happen when you were sitting at your desk, but you did move to the other side of the room, so pick it up.
Right, yeah, because where I lay at in my bed, the camera is right above my bed in the corner.
Okay.
So, and the puffs of smoke is most likely from my cigarette as well.
Okay. Well, the puff of smoke happened before, so if you lit your cigarette then, the puff of smoke that happened before wouldn't have been your cigarette, right? Because it was only a minute before.
I didn't see a puff of smoke before that happened.
Okay. Because I think it was at 2:33:40 is when I said the puff of smoke happened. The weird anomaly.
Oh well, that was after my flash of light. It's at 2:34 now. That one flash of light was at 2:32.
Okay, and now the one around 2:34:40 was because there was two things. It was like a weird puff of white smoke. So
coming up now. 2:34, 33, 34. Oh, that was a light anomaly. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
The one that went in front of the guitar.
Yes.
The one that went in front of the guitar, that was some sort of light anomaly, but until I download the video and examine it in slow-mo and everything, I won't be able to tell where that came from.
Okay, well,
but that big flash of light was me lighting my cigarette.
Was you lighting the cigarette? Okay.
Yeah, the big flash of light. And then at 2:34:39, the ball of light went across in front of the guitar. So
yes,
I'll check that out too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to play it back again, record it, download it, and put it on my video editor and slow it down.
Yeah, because I thought I'm like the first one I did say like that was probably from your cigarette or your something.
Yeah.
But the second one I was like, no, I think it's a light anomaly.
Yeah, some sort of light anomaly. Either it could have been another cobweb again. I don't know. But I have to slow it down and play it back in slow-mo to find out. Because it was just there and then gone. Like, it looked like it just popped up, a ball of light, and then disappeared. So,
yeah, it was fast.
There it goes again.
I'm surprised I caught it, and I'm surprised I got the time stamp really damn close.
It showed up. Yeah, it showed up just above the guitar, and then went out of view of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, down to the right, went out of view of the camera. So yeah, I'll check that out too, and because I have yet that like that one cobweb still hanging up there, and pieces of it break off every now and again. I didn't sweep them down after I investigated the last one. I should go through and start sweeping for cobwebs. That would
Mm-hmm.
eliminate a lot of confusion too.
Yeah. Because when you first look, when you first see it, it looks like some kind of light anomaly.
Yeah, this was a circular, not like the other one. This was just a.
There's too many Marys. Wait. Sorry, Boomer.
Look at it
Okay. Sorry,
later.
Boomer. I kicked you. I was trying to kick Mary because there's so many Marys.
Sorry.
All right, we can turn that off. Sorry, guys.
No, it wasn't your fault. I was
Sorry.
trying. Mary had
No.
3 Marys in the guest thing, and it was making me nutty with the noise.
The loud, high-pitched noise that just happened. If anybody heard
I'm
that,
sorry.
because when I switch to live and I have the speaker open, I get feedback from the camera to my phone, and it squawks. So when I went back to the live, it did that, and I forgot to mute it.
No, that's all right.
So if anybody's got earbuds in or sound eliminating headphones, your eardrums just got busted, send me the bill. Not.
So here you go, Kelly. The average home
He's
in
kidding, you
Minnesota
guys. He don't
is
really mean that.
is $330,240. That's a lot, and to have high property taxes too. Wow. Yeah. And for that weather, no, it's not worth it.
Oh, yeah, property tax in New York State is ridiculous. I feel sorry
Slide
for
down the
anybody who has
icy
a
road.
connected
Oh, yeah.
garage.
Should be here anytime.
Oh, yeah, Kelly. And Duluth is like really close to Danny. He's like, if you go to Duluth, it's only 8-hour drive. And I was like, yeah, but no.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
here by
but no.
me because it's not, you get cold, but it's not that bone chilling cold. Trust me, it gets cold, but there's a difference between being really cold and that bone chilling cold.
Yeah.
If it
may
gets
say the
below
same.
35 here, to me that's bone chilling cold.
Well, if it says the same temperature here as it is there, but still, it's still a difference. I don't care what anybody says. From here to Chicago's say it's 28 there and it's 28 here. The 28 feel of here and there it's just different.
Well, yeah, that's like in Greece too. Like,
That's another thing that makes a difference is how close you are to major waterways like the Great Lakes and stuff like that.
All right.
Because there's 28 degrees, then there's with wind chill. Every area has a different wind chill effect.
right.
So 28 degrees in Indiana may just feel 28 degrees, but 28 degrees further north is 28 degrees with a wind chill, which makes it feel like negative.
Yeah, but
10
you got that bone chilling though.
Right.
I mean, even though the wind,
And that's, yeah, I get bone chilled.
even
I
if
was
the
a cold
wind's not
weather
blowing.
casualty anyway. When I was in the Army, I was a cold weather casualty. So anything under 35 is bone chilling to me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now, like in Greece, my ankles, yeah, maybe we'll get to 35 degrees. She goes, it won't feel like 35 degrees here. She goes, here it's freaking freezing. In Greece, not so
Yeah.
much. And I'm like, how could that be? She goes, no, it feels nice.
It's wind
So
chill.
when her kids came down, so like her son came down in March, and it was still kind of chilly last March. He was like, it's freaking freezing. She had to buy him a sweater. Like,
It also
it's
depends
not the
on the
same.
climate. It depends on your climate too. Your elevation, I mean. Differences in elevation makes the climate feel different. So 28 degrees in the mountain, it feels colder than 28 degrees in the valley.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
because they have a lower wind chill factor.
Yep.
And the higher elevation, the less oxygen too. And the less oxygen, the colder the air is. Oxygen is natural air heating system.
So, yeah, so they came here, they were freezing. They're like, this is crazy weather.
Yeah.
Now that's your aunt that just come in, right?
Excuse me. What?
Mary?
Is that your aunt that just come in?
My
Over
aunt,
Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever.
oh no, my aunt lives here now. I mean, she lived in Greece for a long time, but when my grandmother started getting sickly, she came here, so she's been here since. Like 5 years now. But her
Okay.
sons have never been here. See, my aunt was born here. Well, actually, my mother and my aunt were born in North Carolina, and then
I'm sorry.
moved here. So when they were like 2 and 3, my grandmother moved here to Astoria. So, yeah. So my mother was hoping she wasn't. My mother was hoping she was adopted because she couldn't find any of her birth records from Queens, New York. And then finally my aunt was like, well, my birth certificate says North Carolina. And my mother's like, I was born in North Carolina? Why would nobody tell me this?
Why would you want to live near the Great Lakes? Why would anybody want to live near the Great Lakes? I'm 4.5 hours south of the Great Lakes, and
My sister's
it's
like part owner of a bar in Wisconsin, which is kind of right near there too, because Wisconsin is on, parts of it is on the lake too.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 4.5 hours south of Lake Ontario. That's where we used to go ice fishing all the time.
You
And if
think
we
I
get
would
the
like
lake
it?
effect like we get here, imagine what they get right next to them.
Yeah,
I
no.
was born up there in Chicago in December. What makes
I'm
you
sorry.
think that, right? It makes you think, that I would like the cold. No.
No.
I used to like the snow. I will say that. I always liked walking in
Yeah,
the
when I
snow.
was 12.
Well,
When
yeah,
I was
well, it's not
5,
even
maybe then
that. When
I
I was
lost
young
interest.
too.
Early
I remember the
90s,
last time I
before
walked in the
Barbara
snow at
taking
night,
care. Uh,
and it's been since I've been grown and stuff. I mean, I was in my 20s. Anyway, it was a beautiful night. It was still, like, just quiet and still, and it was just, snow was coming down, and it was just, wasn't no blizzard or nothing like that. It was just coming down, and it was so quiet. You could hear pin drop. You could hear snowflakes hitting the ground. That's how quiet it was. And it was in the middle of the night. I was walking home from work, and it was just beautiful. I have never forgot it, how I felt and what it was like, and all that. It was cold out, but there wasn't no wind blowing out a lot. I mean,
I'll tell you, that's one thought that never crossed my mind anytime I saw snow. That's the last word that went into my mind.
what?
Beautiful. I don't find anything
Oh, it
beautiful
was.
about snow.
It was so serene and just quiet and just, and the snow hadn't been touched over the street or on people's yards or their houses, and it was
Oh,
close to
dang.
Christmas time, and people had their lights on. It was beautiful.
Listen, I love the lights. I hate the snow. I'll never forget to. I think I hated the snow since I was about 6. I'd say 6, 6.5. My mother, God rest her soul, this crazy lady, right? She decided that, she never wanted you to miss school because that was her time. She could watch her soap operas and whatever, right? So you were going to school come high or hell water, is that whatever they say. So it snowed like I don't know how many inches. It snowed a lot, right? And she goes, "Okay, we're going to school." I go, "No, Ma, there's no school. Look at the snow. You can't walk." I'm like, "No, no, I didn't hear that the schools would be closed." Back then, they didn't have a network like they do now, where you can, they have it scrolling across the screen. The schools are closed. They don't have none. But she should have called, but no. And my sister was, I don't know, one. She puts us in the snowsuit, so it's like the Christmas story thing. You can't freaking move. Puts us in the snowsuit. She puts us on a little wooden cheap sleigh and tries to bring me to school. I don't know how long it took. We kept falling off the sleigh because the snow was so much, right? Got to the school. Guess what? The school was closed. And I was like, I stayed in and slept. Like I was not having it. Even at 6, I was like, no, this is stupid.
Homie ain't having that.
That's right.
Don't play that.
You haven't been there. Sounds like a place probably I wouldn't want to go.
Oh, I just remembered. I forgot earlier. I wanted to ask you guys: have any of you seen Annabelle yet? The movie
No.
Annabelle.
The
And
Oh
movie,
my god!
it's
Best vampire horror movie of 24. That's all I got to say.
yep,
Best
because
of 2024.
you
Danny was
talking
like,
about
don't
the
watch
newest
that
Annabelle?
movie because you always bring home spirits. That shouldn't be a movie that you watch. And I'm like, okay.
But the thing, it's got nothing to do with spirits, though.
Are you mean the newest Annabelle?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 2024 Annabelle movie.
No, I haven't seen that one yet. No.
Oh,
It's a vampire movie.
it's a vampire movie.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
It is fucking like
What's the name
out
of
of this fucking world.
it? Is it called Annabelle?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Frank said
Yep.
it's
I
called
just
Annabelle.
watched
Yeah.
it. When was it? Last night or the night before I watched it. It's on, I think it's on Amazon Prime or Paramount Plus, one of them.
What you say?
Let me look quick.
Oh, wow. Really, James? What a mess. Well, I was just trying to show Boomer that ever since I searched something from Elmira, all my feed is this is Elmira orthodontist closes abruptly. And I'm like, why do I need to know this? So I'm like, Boomer, maybe you need to know this.
What?
Sorry, we're closed. Elmira orthodontics office abruptly closes. Patients left scrambling to find alternatives. I'm like, really? This is
Well,
what you're
yeah,
gonna
I already knew that. They closed like 5-6 years ago.
No. Well, they're just putting it in my news feed today, like if it's new. And
Oh,
I'm like,
maybe it is a different one they're talking about. But there was another one called Elmira Dentist or whatever.
Hey, I just looked it up today. I seen that, but it wasn't. It wasn't where you. I don't think it's where Boomer's at. Or no, yeah, it was close. And something happened. What the friggin' something to do with the bridge or something?
I don't
I
know,
don't
but
know.
like, like
I seen it on the weather thing. Let me look and see real quick.
I'm like, gosh, I search one thing in
I
Elmira,
don't have
they
to
want
worry
you to
about
know
orthodontics.
Elmira's whole history.
I never have to worry about an orthodontist again.
There you go.
Let's see here.
But yeah, so any news you want to know, Boomer, will probably be in my news for Elmira. There you go, Kelly, right? Talking about chilly, I'm surprised the neighbors didn't come down yet. 'Cause it's kind of cold. I did turn the heat a little day. It was but he was home, so what's the point of leaving at 69? I'm gonna put it 68.
Okay, Boomer, where'd you say you from? I got several of them in here. I got Queens, I got Tampa, Queens, Harper's Ferry, and let's see. Where'd you say? Not Utica.
Elmira.
Mallory. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't freaking think of it.
Oh, that's good, James.
What?
I was reading
Now
James'
you need to
comment
find that damn
on
doggy.
Facebook. Yep.
I can't hear you, Frank. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find this video. I seen it today.
I'm happy you gave me my news because the first thing I do is see the Elmira news, and then I saw right under the orthodontist closing, 10 people got shot, including today. I'm like, well, that should have been the first thing you put, you know?
A shark.
I'm
A
like,
shark jumped out of the water and smacked the fisherman.
in Elmira,
Yeah,
their
somewhere
water
around
should be
there.
frozen.
Somewhere around there. Somewhere close enough for it to be on the news for there.
It wasn't a shark, it was a gar.
That says
They
shark
get
on
big
here.
as sharks sometimes. People exaggerate shit.
The news must be
There ain't
dense
no
because it's
sharks
the
in Chemung River, but there are gar that I hooked onto one a few years back. That was probably the size of a sand shark.
Oh, they're big, yeah.
Oh wow, Great
They're
Lakes got
fucking
covered.
huge. Gars are huge.
Wow. Y'all ought to see this.
And
Oh my god.
It always
the
bothers
head popped
me.
up briefly, and then the tail popped up 6 feet behind it.
Wow, that's a big one, Boomer.
And then it broke my line and took off with a brand new lure. Well, brand new to me. I
It
found
says
it
you
in the
got 1
river.
inch of snow in the past 24 hours.
There's more than an inch out there.
That says 1 inch in the past 24 hours. Now that may come before that 24 hours was up, I guess. I don't know.
Well, they must not be counting the snow we got last night.
Yeah.
Because there was an inch last night. It melted today, and now there's about an inch out there now.
That's what they're
So
counting, that inch right now.
somebody's lying.
They're counting that inch that you just got today or this evening.
They can't be.
Yeah, it starts at. Hang on, I'll tell you what the ticker starts at. Starts right now from 8. It'd be 9. It'd be 10 o'clock your time. From 10 to 10 to in the morning. So far, you only have an inch.
Oh, they're talking from 10 this morning till now. That's not 24 hours, is it?
No. Every inch of
That's
snow
only
counts. That's right.
that's only 12 hours. From 10 this morning to 10 tonight is 12 hours.
Right.
So you must not be counting the snow we got last night that melted away today.
It's on its way, but Frank. I mean Patrick. Shit. Go through all of them before I get the right one.
I can't find that damn movie now. And I even searched that Annabelle, and it doesn't. It only comes up with the old Annabelle movies about the doll.
Here, let me see if I can find it.
That's what I thought you were talking about the doll, and I'm like, no, tell me not to watch that one.
No, not the doll one. I
Yeah, the
won't even
doll
watch
one ain't.
that.
The
That's
doll one
stupid.
really ain't. I didn't think it was all that great.
Well, there's 3 of them now, by the way.
Right. Well, I didn't. I've watched 2 of them, and that was enough
Like,
for me. I'm like, I ain't even bother watching the third one.
No,
I
but
mean,
if it's a
I don't
vampire,
like dolls.
I just wasn't crazy about it at all. Either, none of it.
I should let me do a Google search of 2024 Annabelle.
yeah, this is the 4th installment.
I tried to. Come on, damn it!
Well,
I tried looking at it. I tried searching it on the Amazon Prime, but it's not finding it. So let me do a Google search. 2024 Annabelle. Why aren't you working? 2024 Annabelle.
Are you sure it's Annabelle and not Abigail?
Oh, you know what? Maybe it is Abigail. Maybe I did fuck that one up. Is that what you found, Abigail?
Yeah, I put.
Abigail.
See if
No
it's that.
results. What?
Because I put
When did I get-
Annabelle 2024 vampire, and it's like, no, Abigail. I'm like, oh.
Okay, yeah, it is Abigail. My bad. My bad. I don't know why I was thinking Annabelle. Abigail. That that is the yeah. If you want the shock and awe and the surprise, don't watch the premiere. The don't watch the trailer
Hi, Amber. How are you, sweetheart?
because the trailer it has spoiler alerts. But if you're gonna watch it, just watch it.
Yeah, no, Annabelle is a
It
doll,
is
but Abigail is, he said it was a
right,
vampire one.
exactly. Yeah, I had the names messed up. But yeah, Abigail is probably it's better than Interview with a Vampire. Let me put it that way.
Oh,
It is I think it's the best horror movie of 2024.
oh, okay. You need to get signed up for one of these. For one of what, sweetheart? For a medium? Do you need a medium? You
Right.
can email me, and if you have a question, I can try to answer.
But I really need to get signed up for one of these. One of these what?
Well, she said, "Ooh, mediumship," and then she said, "I really need to get signed up for one of these."
Yes.
So I said, "Oh, yes, I'm glad you caught
Well,
us too." Come Wednesday, though, if you come Wednesday, then you can get readings and stuff. Today we were just talking randomly about our mediumship of telepathic
yeah, psychic
talking
connection.
with spirits. Yeah, like psychic connection with a spirit or getting telepathic messages. Yes, for mediumship, yeah. I hope you had a great New Year's. Okay, will do. Yeah, if Wednesday I go live between 6 and 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And next Wednesday I do that and I'll give like messages and stuff. So if you're looking, you can definitely come by.
What the hell is a heated throw?
Oh, those are those ones that it's like a blanket with a heater in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought she was talking about a person for a minute there. She's like, oh my God, James, my best bud right now is my heated throw. I'm like,
Yeah.
how is a person a heated throw? I don't want to know.
Nah. She was just saying because I'm assuming. I'm going to let you have it, Boomer. I'm not going to say.
Well, yeah, I highly recommend Abigail. It's fucking psychologically suspenseful. It's like Interview with a Vampire on steroids.
Oh, yeah, and you have a lot of subscribers. Yeah, so let's share her channel. I think mostly everybody in here right now is mods, but I'll share her channel just in case. That's Amber's channel. Like, if you want to check her out.
I can't click on it. It's not a clickable link in StreamYards.
Oh, no, you have to do it. Yeah, yeah. In StreamYard, you can. You have to do it from YouTube. Oh, thank you, Amber. That's okay. We're glad you're here. And then we'll definitely go check you out. I haven't caught you live, but that might be something with YouTube. Let's look at
We
the
got
hill.
trolled hard Sunday on DLive. That usually don't happen.
Yeah, a lot of people came in, and I'm
During
like,
the
how the hell do you get rid of
like, what the fuck? Why are they trolling on DLive all of a sudden? Like motherfuckers.
And I hadn't got any in so long, and then yesterday we got one, right? So I was like, but it was only one. One bored
Oh,
person.
you got a troll in here yesterday?
Yeah. He didn't like my readings. He's like, lady, you shouldn't be doing this to people. I'm like, what the hell? Just giving readings. But people see tarot cards and they have different ideas of it. And if he only said that, I would have been fine with it. But they said he said some other nasty stuff. I didn't catch it because I was doing a reading. So, but they blocked him. But I was surprised. I don't normally get them. Yes, Mary, you're right. Like it does.
It's
Mary.
cold. I'm alone in bed. I
Yeah.
love my blanket. What's so hard to understand?
Yeah, I kicked him to the
I thought
curb.
you were talking about a person at first, Diane. I don't usually refer to my blankets as buds. Uh, just kind of threw me a little bit there. I was like, what is she talking about? How
Oh,
can
James, I know you have work. Much love for you for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for coming in.
take it easy, James?
And you kicked yourself from the live stream, I see, Mary. Good night, James.
Have you guys seen that show From? It's on I think it's on Paramount Plus.
I have Paramount Plus.
That's
What's
a
the show?
that's
I really only watch Ghosts
From.
and then movies.
It's called From. It's weird as fuck.
Oh no, I never
It's
seen.
like the plot is like there's a bunch of people that end up in this little town from different areas of the United States. Like somehow people from Texas ended up in this place. People from like all around the United States, like they have an accident or something and in this area, and they're all stuck in this town they can't get out of. And then at night, these crazy zombie people come in and kill them and shit.
Oh my God.
Fucking crazy. It's like people that have died that these people knew. Like, and I don't know what kind of entities these are, but they show themselves as people they knew to get access inside the homes, and then they kill them.
Oh,
Weird. You have to watch it to understand it. But.
I guess so. They took it off the air now, Mary.
Huh?
Mary said they took it off now.
What? They took it off the air, and you can't drive out. You can try, but it not happening.
Yeah, but it not happening.
Huh? Yeah, they've got it up to season 3.
Yeah. You know what? And I hate that
So
because every time I would get into a show that I liked, they would just end it abruptly. And I think it should be a law of television. Somebody hear me. A law of television should be a 2-hour mini series to finish off whatever series so you can end it. It shouldn't just end. That's my thoughts, and I'm sticking to them.
yeah,
Like Zoo. Man,
yeah.
my like you gotta
Close.
watch the show. And
Zoo is stupid anyway.
I started watching it and whatever, you get to a point where, now you're like, okay, I can understand. You get to know the people, whatever. And then,
And all of a sudden, it doesn't exist.
the best part too, you're like, oh shit. And you can't wait for the season finale. And it never comes and they never end it. And you just want to kill
Yeah.
that damn idiot who
Yeah.
did that,
Oh, it's like with um um they only did one episode of um one of the Walking Dead shows called oh, what the fuck was it? It was uh fuck. Let me see if I have it in my watch list. See.
There was another one. I don't even know what it was called now. That one I really, really liked. And that one too ended abruptly. No, nothing. I'm waiting. Never came back. And I was like, what kind of stupidity? And that's when I stopped watching television shows because I'm like, no.
Oh, it's Fear the Walking Dead on the Water. It's only one friggin' episode, one season, one episode. I guess it was just their way to explain how it all started. Because it
Mm,
does. It's like it's one episode of The Walking Dead that explains how that virus and everything got started, and it kind of it's like a prequel
oh,
prequel to The Walking Dead, I guess. So, and it explains, like, in Fear the Walking Dead, when they came across that beached submarine. Well, apparently the submarine that it all started on is what they found in the Fear the Walking Dead.
Right.
And I was like, come on, there's got to be more to this. It's only one fucking episode. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's all it was. One fucking episode. It's like, I hate it when they do shit like that. Like, they got split up a story between 8 different fucking things. You know, New World, Walking Dead, New World.
Yeah, hold on one
2
second.
seasons. That's it. It's like, come on. Or World Beyond. That's what it was called. World Beyond, Walking Dead. 2 fucking seasons and that's it. It's like, and then there's 10 different kind of Walking Deads now, and they're all in the middle of something. It's like, what the fuck? But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and watch some more of this from. Watch the last season. I'm on season 3 now. Watch the last season of this, see how it ends. Excuse me. There might be a season 4 to this, because this is season 3 they did in 2024, right? Yeah, season 3 is in 2024, so we're going into, we're in 2025. Maybe they will do a 4th season. I don't know. I have to wait to finish season 3 to see if it does or not.
Now I wish I remembered what that show was called. And I really liked it. And I really wish they would finish it. I should watch it again if I could figure out what it was and make my own ending to it.
What
That's
was it
what I should
about?
do with all of them.
What was it about?
It was
Was
so
it the one about the passengers on a plane that came back 5 years later?
no, it was
Okay.
so there was now I can't even remember. It had to be like between 2013 and 2015. And it had this guy in it. Oh man, he was sexy. He was married, had a kid, and they
Oh,
were in
Jesus
this
Christ. That's the
town.
only reason why you
And I
liked it.
don't know if it was an alien invasion because they never told you what it was. But they told these whole people's story and it was really fun. And then all of a sudden, these things started happening in the town. They had a big, like, they started rounding everybody up and they put everybody in this thing. And that's where, like, it ended, where, like, they were rounding
Oh,
everybody
the
up.
dome?
Mm,
Was it called is that the one where there was a big dome over a town?
no. This is the last episode was them putting them in this thing, putting them in a transport to like bring them somewhere to like quarantine them. Either quarantine them because of an alien attack or quarantine them because of some kind of attack. But they never said what it was, or you never seen it because it just ended.
It sounds like the dome.
That doesn't sound familiar. I feel like if I heard the name of it, I would realize it.
Because that one ended kind of abruptly too. After like 2 seasons, I think, 2 or 3 seasons. And it turns out like they found this place underground under the town, and it wasn't clear if it was like alien or anything like that, or if it was like supernatural or whatever. They weren't too clear on it, and then like they just ended it like that.
Oh, let's see. The dome.
Um,
If I see
the at
Judy
the end,
die, I don't know.
the military came in and there was a way out underground or something, and they started evacuating people.
Oh, it was
And
called
that,
Under the Dome. So let's see who the
yeah,
cast.
under the dome. Yeah.
No, none of these people look familiar who were in the show. So it wasn't this one.
Okay, so it wasn't under the dome because it sounded very much like it.
Wow.
Because
Maybe
that
that's
one
why
was
it
another one.
happened.
I'm like, wow, they just ended it like that? Like, what the fuck?
Midnight Texas. It was really good. Oh, yeah?
Midnight Texas. Never seen that one. All right, well, I'm gonna bust out of here and finish watching.
Yes, it's about that time. We're going to be on again, actually the same amount of time as yesterday, so it's good. We're keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
But much love. Keep it real.
Good night, Boomer. Thanks for joining us. Thank you to
Thanks for
Mary.
having me. This thing won't let me leave. It just blinks at me.
And there you go. Poof, he's gone. Alrighty, guys. We are going to let you go. Thank you, Mary, for joining me. Thank you, guys, for joining me. And yeah, we'll see you next Wednesday for card readings. And maybe we'll see you on other places on the tube when people go live. And yeah, I'm going to go eat and do a crossover. That's my plans for tonight. And then I'm going to go to sleep. And tomorrow I could sleep in, so that's going to be lovely. I don't have to get up tomorrow. It's Friday. Friday. So you guys enjoy your weekends if I don't see you, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. We are so glad you came. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Is everyone gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I'm exhausted.